We'll return to Star Trek following these messages.
Word Balloon is brought to you by the League of Word Balloon Listeners.
Kingdom Come is 4 separate issues, 48 pages apiece. It was an all-immersive kind of lifestyle for me.
It blew people away. I mean, this was the most sought-after book there was.
This was something very new, very different.
No one had seen anything like that at that scale before.
It was amazing.
I never thought from anything that people would still be talking about this book 25 years later.
If you're here at Word Balloon, it's because you like comics, creators, conversation, pop culture subjects. Would you consider joining the League of Word Balloon Listeners? Patreon.com/wordballoon. For just $3 a month or more, you'll get exclusive access to the Word Balloon e-magazine, featuring transcriptions of some of my best conversations. When you subscribe, you'll also be part of the Word Balloon Book Club, where Brian Michael Bendis and I will pick a comic every month to review and discuss live with the League on this show. Join the League today, patreon.com/wordballoon. Thank you always for your support, League of Word Balloon listeners. Welcome back, everybody. It's time again for another Trek Watch here on Word Balloon. We got the full crew here. There's Franco, there's Mitch, there's Wayne. We're talking about episode 6, which is Come in My Transporter. It is a Shakespeare quote. Wayne, do you got it handy?
I think it's Come Let's Away.
That's right. Come Let's Away.
Hey, that's a little different. Yeah.
Slightly. Yeah. As I always say, count on Kurtzman Star Trek, where the titles are smarter than the episodes. It's sad but true. I will say, and I'll go around the horn first, I honestly did like this episode better, and I would say it's the one of all of them that I've liked the best. That said, I got plot issues and character issues, but we'll talk. Francis, what'd you think?
I'm shocked. I don't know what to say that you liked. You kind of sort of liked the episode. I thought it was the best episode yet. Honestly, I thought it was good character development, good captain development, good story, good Star Trek story. I liked it quite a bit. Some pet peeve, minor things, but altogether, I thought it was really, really strong. I liked it quite a bit.
What'd you think, Wayne?
I agree with Franco. I thought it was this actually, if you're going to put on your old Star Trek hat, it felt like a Star Trek episode as opposed to like a new Trek episode. Federation is dumb as shit, but other than that, it felt like a Star Trek episode. And Paul Giamatti, he's really getting up there. And I thought he was like a kind of a useless character at first, but he's like a Moriarty, the way that he plans things. I like him. I'm liking him a lot more.
All right.
Yep.
We'll go to Amish Mitch with his black hat.
It's a fedora.
I know, I'm teasing you.
I liked it as well. I don't know if it's my best of the season, but anyway, I enjoyed it. I did enjoy the fact that comic books survived to the 32nd century, which means there's hope that I could go into a time warp and produce a terrific con out into space on star date August 7th to the 9th, 32.7, whatever the hell it would be. And I could guess maybe Brian Michael Bendis will be on board in the future.
Maybe Paul Giamatti in the future.
Maybe
Hey,
Paul Giamatti would be there too. I mean,
That'd be great.
I want to interrupt. I want to interrupt if I can, Johnny, before you get to you. If Mitch, if this was not the best episode for you, which one was? I'm curious.
I still like last week's better because I dislike Deep Space Nine and anything with Avery Brooks and Sir Rock Lofton. But it's up there. It's a tie. That's only because I was partial to anything DS9. I saw Colm Meaney is coming to a convention for first time ever, Wayne, and he's not going to friggin' Vegas. He's going to GalaxyCon Richmond, I believe. Okay. So you better get your butt over there. I don't think he's ever done a show. So Mr. O'Brien is coming out.
I think you are correct.
Yeah.
I've only seen him in Vegas, and I've only seen him 2 times that he did Vegas.
There you go. Anyway, that's my review. I liked it a lot. Little sexy in the beginning, little sexy time going on. I was like, hey now. And I think they said asshole and a couple other words that I'm amazed that they survived to the 32nd century. Our common everyday curse.
During the sex scene? When was the asshole? I missed.
No, they didn't say the asshole during the sex scene. That's a whole other episode.
Well, that's a good introduction to my review.
He said it a couple times, though. I think my boy Luca Brasi. What's
Luca Brasi from The Godfather?
No, but his name is something like that on Star Trek. What is it? Luke. What's his name on Star Trek?
Oh, Paul Giamatti. Yeah. Oh, he's oh, jeez.
I don't remember now.
I always think of Luca Brasi when I see it because I'm like, I think they were going for that.
Wayne will look it up. While Wayne is looking it up, again, another problem with New Trek. They make these names, and unless they say them a million times, it's really hard to remember them. Lech Walesa, I believe is his name.
No, Bars, something like that.
I think it begins with an M.
I don't think it begins with an M either, honestly. While you're looking it up, Wayne, and please let me get through it before interrupting.
Oh yeah, no, go ahead.
Thank you. I will. I on the surface, this felt like a traditional kind of Star Trek episode. Going on a away mission. Let's go to a derelict ship. Let's try and revive it. Okay. But when you really think about, again, the way Star Trek is supposed to work, again, even within New Trek, I got my questions because, for instance, where's my Sam pictures? I like that Sam was able to go into the computer and hack it just by kind of sensing, but there's an inconsistency with her being a hologram and intangible, and then also suffering the way physical people do. They had her in the handcuffs and they had her showing pain, and it's like, no, you can be intangible if you're able to phase into the computer. Further, when all the systems were down and the fact that she could get them all done, why couldn't she open a bunch of airlocks and have the Furies all empty out? So that doesn't make sense. Also, why is this whole mission happening in real space? We have holograms, we have holodecks. Unless something happened post-burn and hologram use is limited, although, again, it seems like the whole school is fitted with emitters. Doctor can move around freely. Sam can move around freely. They don't explain Sam's power either, or her energy source, or a lot about her. It's just like, again, go with it. And that bugs me. And also the comic thing. We got pads. Why do we have physical paper in the 32nd century? I know that there are books that exist that are antiques and things like that. And this is something that I guess happened. The Vulcan says, I was reading the stories about the Miyazaki, which I like the nod to Miyazaki. I thought that was nice. But I've been reading about these in the comic books, and Caleb, I read about them too. And it's like, yeah, that's great, but wouldn't they be on pads as opposed to on physical paper? That doesn't.
Well, they were on pads until the end when he put a copy of a physical copy on top of the
right.
Body,
but frankly,
right?
that's my point. Even though yes, they were on pads, but now they're not. Again, why aren't they? Or why are they?
Well, I have an issue with them being digital because Comixology is.
I was going to say
around,
Comixology is
but,
out of business.
but they're in San Francisco. They got a bunch of vintage shops, and
Sure.
if San Francisco survives till the 21st century,
32nd century.
Again, that's that's fine, guys. Have fun. But the honest truth is, it is those kind of story little things that take me out of the story. The other thing that drove me nuts,
the comic thing didn't really bother me that much.
No, they have books.
Your questions about Sam are valid, but go ahead, keep going. Yeah.
Okay. Finally, we got an alpha male from the War College. This dude on the right, big beefy guy.
Yeah.
But don't get too attached because he's your first casualty.
He did, yeah.
And it's again, subconsciously, they don't want alpha males on this show. They don't want alpha males on this show, and that's a choice. But even I
don't agree with that. But.
Well, and I know you don't. But also, there's Commander A-hole, and again, he's a little bit better, but not much of a strategist in this situation where we really need some strategy. I don't see how this guy's got the job. If anything, give it to Lieutenant Alpha Male instead. But again, they killed him. So that bummed me. That, and also when Alpha Male is like, boy, I really want to get done with this away mission. I've been stuck on this ship for months. And it's like, no, the ship is docked in San Francisco. Are you not allowed to leave the ship at all? Dumb line. That's your, wow, I got 3 more days till retirement cliche. And again, bad writing cliche. But it doesn't make sense. And where is somebody in production to go, yeah, maybe not that line because the ship is the school and all that other stuff. So that, and my favorite character, of course, I ate my badge, freaking out on the bridge. Okay, I prediction. One of 2 things is going to happen. Either we're going to get the correct thing of some sort of meeting with Holly Hunter. You know something? I really appreciate you applying. You're not cut out for this. Good news. We're going to move you to science. You're not going to go on missions. You're going to be back here and you're going to do X, Y, Z. Or more likely, because everybody's important and yay, everybody gets a trophy. She's going to have some moment before the end of the season that will save them and everything. But right now, useless, not funny, and I don't understand how she's in the academy. I'm done.
Her family donated a lot of money. They built a wing for him. He's the Nepo baby.
Paul's Nuss Braca.
Was it?
Nuss Braca.
Nuss Braca.
Actually, I think it's Noose, not Nuss.
Noose Braca.
I think it's Noose Braca. Yeah. Like Hangman's Noose.
Oh,
and also
Canadian. We pronounce it Nuss.
I understand.
I like Luca Brasi better, but anyway.
I don't have the side shot, but I hate that he's got the tic-tac-toe on the side.
Yeah, I noticed that this week. Yeah, I was like, I didn't think I saw that last time. I was like, what's up with
that? It was there last time.
It's been there since the first episode. Yeah, that's kind of his thing.
Well,
that and his continued use of Earth words, and especially 20th century. The hills are alive with the sound of murder. Come on.
Babe.
And my boo and my bestie to Aki and everything.
He called her babe. He said, I'm worried about you, babe. I'm like, I got you, babe.
Yep. Crap.
Babe, I'm leaving.
Bad writing, boys.
Babe.
Yeah.
I just, again, it takes me out of the reality. I miss Gul Dukat. Benjamin. And just being smart. You'll forgive me, Wayne. I don't see Moriarty on Noose Braca.
I do.
I know you do. You said so, and I believe you. But I disagree.
I think
he manipulated her. Yeah,
I think he turned into a much more 3-dimensional villain in this episode than he was in the first one. Because he was just like very straightforward in the first one, but this one he's got some moves. He's got some chess moves. Behind the scenes.
He's playing with her head, talking about her kid dying and all that stuff. That was good stuff. I like that part. And you got to see her in command, Johnny. You've been asking what she does, and she was in the chair. And when she was actually doing her job, she wasn't sitting on her knees and
I was impressed.
Barefoot.
Yeah, she was actually like sitting down like a real captain.
Crap, but you're red alert. I better put my shoes on. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. Although I'm still not seeing much of a captain. I mean, again, she was in charge, but I see her lieutenants really solving, and especially the kids, obviously Genesis. Also, when crap went down, I understand we're watching these cadets learn and everything.
Where was the other crew, right?
Yeah.
I was wondering that as well.
I don't think they expected any trouble. I think they were just like, oh, we're just doing a basic training. We're going out to the graveyard.
Well, they established that they've been doing this for a while, so yeah. But I would assume that the crew would still be there because the ship is in space. It's not at the school.
And again, it's the whole damn school. This is the problem with the ship being the physical campus as well, or a lot of it. I'm glad we saw more medical staff along with the doctor, and we saw some humanoid medical staff and everything. So that was good. But yeah, and also I understand why Sam, I don't mind at the very end that Sam was all messed up in this digital way.
Yeah.
But the solution, I know I took a picture of it. I'll have to post it in a second. The screen
sound waves, from the other
ship. First of all, sound waves in space. Once again, this has been a problem, at least since Strange New Worlds. No sound in space, idiots. Where's your science advisor? No, but even further, that Tarina is able to do the Black Canary sonic scream mentally, and it screws up the Furies. It doesn't affect the humans or Sam, other than out my ears, but also it's in Caleb's head.
Yeah,
Eric,
that was weird.
Explain that to me.
No, I didn't get that part either, because she was in his head telepathically. And then when she let out the scream, like, I was thinking Black Bolt, not Black Canary, but still, and it wiped them all, and their heads were exploding. And I'm thinking, well, how is she physically doing that? Because she's on board the other ship, and she's in his head, and he doesn't have that vocal thing. Is it coming out of his mouth? What? I'm kind of hoping
that they explain that a little bit, because she did take out the inhibitors, so that might have something to do with it, because they explained how she blew out her dad's, audio.
Her dad's vocal cord.
And I like that.
Makes sense. That's cool. That it explains
anything, right?
Yeah.
So,
but she was doing a sonic scream thing in their heads, and that's why their heads exploded.
I'm almost like she's a point and shoot.
Say it again.
She's like a point and shoot that she can literally focus on specific items, looking through Caleb's eyes. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
like
but it was a physical, like they got shot, bro.
I'd like me to lie down after that kind of heavy lifting to explain what truly doesn't make sense. So congratulations on that point and shoot explanation. But I'm sorry, no, it's in his head. If anything, fine. Where are the I-beams?
Yeah, unless it's like the Phoenix
out of his head. But my hope is that they'll explain how that happened, because it's from him, it's from Caleb, but her powers manifest in a weird way. Her brother went out of his way to say that the files don't really say what she can do and stuff like that. So I took that as, okay, there's something else going on here. If they don't explain it, then it's really dumb. But I'm kind of
you know what? I'm thinking with Caleb. She has the deep connection with Caleb. So all right, if we're gonna try to help the writers,
no.
This deep connection with Caleb after their little encounter, that somehow she can focus whatever her abilities are through him, using him as a conduit.
Yeah, but he was on the other side.
No, I saw this movie before.
Yeah,
it was in the X-Men comic book. Now that I recall, Chris Claremont wrote it. What happened is Jean and Scott Summers, Cyclops and the Phoenix, had a rapport mentally, kind of like what was going on here, where it kind of had sex, but then she was in Cyclops' mind, and they could always feel things back and forth. And she had an inhibitor placed on her by Professor X that was suppressing her Phoenix power. And then when she became the Dark Phoenix, she went nuts and she melted that. I remember that in the thing, she ripped the inhibitor off and she became full out Dark Phoenix, and she was blasting everybody with her mind powers and wiping out the Hellfire Club and Mastermind. That was in the comic book, but that was better explained in a comic. No, I'm just saying that's how that happened there, that she was going in people's heads, but they weren't like, you didn't see their heads explode like scanners or anything. They just she just wiped out their brains or whatever.
But they telegraphed it and set it up when that device that she picked up in that bed of roses or whatever it was when they were doing the nasty was his.
Yeah.
It was from him, from his mind. So
the teddy bear, or
yeah,
what do you mean?
yeah, the teddy
Yeah,
bear.
that's true. Yeah.
but
So
So
but
it
that's
doesn't
a
explain it.
representation. It wasn't.
no, I'm
an actual
not
teddy
saying
bear.
it does, but they established a link and they established that she was able to do that. So she physically touched it as well. So again, I'm waiting for an explanation in future episodes as to how she was able to do that.
Well-
If you leave it like this, it's dumb.
Why didn't she do it to Luke Cabrazzi there? If she's going to do it to the Furies, why doesn't she take out Paul Giamatti?
Because Paul was on the ship at the time.
Yeah, but she could. So she has to be physically in front of them. So she
No,
needs Caleb-
not physically in front. With Caleb. Okay, again, heavy lifting. Caleb is seeing the threat that's in front of him.
Right.
Luca is on the ship. He's not the threat.
Right,
in
Caleb is not.
Caleb is the is.
Oh, so she doesn't know all the stuff
Caleb's
that's going on.
eyes,
All
what's
right, I'll
happening?
give you that.
Well,
Okay.
or at least cannot do it through Caleb
Yeah.
the way she can.
Yeah.
No, I get it's the whole Imzadi thing
Mm-hmm.
with Caleb and Tarina, just like Troy and Riker.
Right,
I
yeah.
accept that they have a mental link. I absolutely accept that. That's what happened during the Bow Chicka Wow Wow scene.
Yeah.
All right, and that's fine. And also, man, this is gonna be the steamiest Star Trek scene ever. And it's like, yeah, we got a little side boob if you really, I'm sure Mr. Skin highlighted the screen cap and lightened the image so that we could see a little more of Tarina's side boob. But it's like, all right. Although, again, it goes back to Robert Picardo. Oh, this show's for all ages. No, it's not. It really isn't. Between the swearing and now this, and also, I can't deny I've seen some of the haters talk about, well, last week was all, ABC kind of kindergarten with Sam. Oh, this is my story, and all that BS. And it's like, and we go from that to, rated MA for, mature audiences. And it's like, again, the tone changes. I didn't mind that it was a more serious episode, but again, it's these things, guys, that it's like, all right. And also, I'm sorry, the Federation pretty feckless apparently post burn. And all right, Luca Brazzi, and by the way, just like Commodore Aho, I think that's our name now from now on for Paul Giamatti is Luca Brazzi. But yeah, okay, we'll give you what you want, Luca. Okay, well, I got to talk to the president about this. I don't think the president is going to get involved with a hostage situation where you got 5 people that are in handcuffs and everything. And also that they're willing to give away the farm for Luca Brazzi as well. It again on the surface, if you don't pay attention as a second screen show, yeah, it was entertaining. But when you really think about it, and also you think about the way Star Trek is supposed to work, plot holes, big character holes, holes all together.
Like again, my biggest problem was why would the Federation negotiate for cadets? They're like cannon
I don't
fodder.
know.
They're like
You're
red
right.
shirts
I don't know.
to me. Like, no, honestly,
Yeah.
it's just my thing would be why would they actually negotiate?
You know what? When I saw that graveyard of ships, I was like, are those ships left over from the burn? Are they left over from the last Borg attack? Because some of those were old ships. And they go, well, that was using the singularity drive, which I was racking my brains going, have we heard about the singularity drive ever on Star Trek? Because they said it was hundreds of years ago. And I'm like, was it on a show? It sounded familiar. What was it on?
That's the problem, Mitch, because
it wasn't on something before?
Yes, it is. They keep using the same words that they used in Berman Trek and even going back to the original series. The Romulans powered their ships with singularity drives. And I don't mind the idea that post-burn, the Federation was toying with, all right, maybe we should try singularity drive. But would you leave a ship out in the middle of nowhere
with all that technology on it?
Yeah, because again, I was watching a West Wing where a drone crashes in Russian territory, and Martin Sheen has to call the Russian premier and go, "Hey, listen, we got to get our plane." Oh, well, and it wasn't doing anything important. It was checking out coastal environment problems. Oh, well, then we'll take care of it. Well, there's sensitive material on that. I mean, again, you would think that the starships would go out to that area of space,
blow it up,
or blow it up, or tow it back. You know,
Yeah.
and also not give up on the singularity drive, and be, especially if it happened.
I just thought it was
right after
weird
the
that
burn.
it was this big prototype thing just sitting out there, so anybody could have stole it. Like, what's that race of dumb aliens that show up on Trek? Like you fix
the Packlets.
Maybe they could have picked it up or something. And then you know what?
Doesn't go.
Totally off the subject, but I was watching Trek and I was thinking about the what do they call it? The burn when everybody lost warp drive.
The burn. Yeah,
I know, but it's never going to be talked about. But I'm thinking, what happened to the Borg? Because they were in the Delta Quadrant, and when that kid screamed, I assumed it just affected the Alpha Quadrant. So does that mean the Gamma and the Delta and all the other places had warp drive? I mean, did that kid scream that loud that it affected the entire galaxy?
That's a fair point, but also in the Sam episode, they list a bunch of the alien races, and they include the Kazon and a couple of the other Delta Quadrant beings. So they clearly have enough awareness and contact now, and certainly now that Starfleet is up and running again, that they're aware of these things. I'm not really sure, but that's a fair point, Mitch. I don't know where the Borg are in the 32nd century. I kind of hope they leave the Borg alone, given how much.
No, I'm wondering if that Picard episode where what was that girl's name that was on
Agnes.
the show?
Agnes.
Yeah, she became the Borg queen.
Right.
Remember that nonsense?
Yes, I do.
Thinking, and that's supposed to be Picard, which is 800 years. I don't even know anymore. 700 years, 900 years before.
800 years earlier. Yeah.
So maybe the Borg went away when she took over. They're not a threat anymore.
Yeah, because she was a nice person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, so what happened to the Borg? Could they still do?
Well, in that Star Trek comic book that Lansing and Kelly are making, The Last Starship, Agnes is very much involved in the story. I'll leave it at that. It's guys, I'm telling you, it is a fantastic story. I've read 4 issues of it, and I am riveted by this story.
And you think that's canon?
Well, I know that they're vetted by CBS and Paramount to be allowed, and I know that the other stuff that they've done has been, and the other IDW comics is vetted and considered. Well, okay, this works with what we're putting out there. Therefore, you can tell these stories. I don't know. Here's some comments from the peeps. Rad Puppy, least crappy of the series so far, but that bar is extremely too low to hurdle. Somebody else read this one.
Exactly. Holodeck will get you to the trading without the danger or death. Plus, why is there just a starship graveyard with a tactic? That one of those things bothered me as well, as like they had this ship that had a catastrophic failure and cascading event where all the systems shut down. Why are they leaving this?
Let's put the kids on it.
Yeah. But you know, they said that they've done this a few times. Okay,
yes.
I get that. But still, why is this entity still on the ship? Why is the singularity drive still on there? Why have they not gone through and found out what happened? Like, those questions were raised for me, and I'm like, I don't know, you know.
And the weirder thing is, I thought Luke Cabrazzi and the what are the Pixies? What were they called? The Furies.
The Furies. I like the Furies.
I thought they were coming to attack because they wanted the singularity drive. That was their mission, not to call away that other ship and leave the outpost unguarded so that they could come and kill everybody. I was like, really? They got one ship that's guarding some outpost, and that's all it took to get that thing out of dock, and they invaded and killed everybody. I'm like, I guess.
Yeah, for a top secret facility.
Right?
You know, the Furies actually come from a Star Trek, a 4-novel series called Invasion that starts with the original series, Next Gen, DS9, and Voyager. They did novels of all 4 dealing with the Furies. So that was cool. At least we got a fresh alien race, and kind of interesting. Cannibals, I guess, you know.
Is that what they are?
Yeah.
Cannibals?
Well, that's
right. They piled on that dude.
They're like the people from the Serenity movie.
Exactly, Wayne.
No, remember what did we watch? Oh, no. On Strange New Worlds, they met that that zombie race. Remember there was that
Yeah,
zombie
that's different. But Wayne, Mitch, that's different.
I know,
Wayne
but I'm
is
thinking
right.
there's cannibals out
Yeah,
there.
but again, I guess from the fact that the Klingons
That was from the vegetables, the plant matter made them crazy.
They turned into zombies and they were eating.
My problem with the singularity drive was, if you know what singularities are, it's formation of a black hole.
Yeah.
What you're doing is you're punching your way through space. If you have a cascading failure of a singularity drive, you would think
you create
a starship or whatever you have would not be intact. That starship was way too much intact for my liking. If the singular, there's a difference between if the singular drive didn't work, you flip the switch and it didn't work, or if it did and something was going wrong, there should have been a massive implosion and a black hole created in that particular part of space.
You know what I'm realizing, like right at this moment, that you guys are a bunch of nerds. That's what I'm realizing. I'm realizing this in real time.
You know what? I take objection to that. As a almost 60-year-old man playing with an action figure, I don't think I'm a nerd.
Yeah. Keep telling yourself.
Did I show you guys I built the Starship Enterprise a couple weeks ago out of Lego?
Not the Enterprise, the Enterprise D.
Oh, Enterprise D. I'm sorry.
The fat one, as they say in Picard season 3. Nobody wants the fat ones.
Yeah.
You know, I got to be honest. I never liked the design. I mean, I got used to it, but I never liked the design of the D. It was too.
Yeah, it's too. When I was building it, I go, it's kind of chunky.
It's the station wagon of the.
It is. It's the Toyota Camry wagon.
Or it's the SUV.
It's got wood paneling on the outside.
No,
of it.
it's that '80s thing. You know, the mauve carpet. Like when you go to every hotel, it had that purplish carpet everywhere and the wood grain, and you're like, yeah, this is the '80s, buddy. I'm surprised there's not like a navel.
All the toilet seats on that Enterprise have like a carpet covering on it. You know.
Yeah.
Red Puppy's not wrong. Also, hey cadets, let's go on a training mission to a ship where the entire crew died.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, again, from the teacher side of things, you're talking about holodecks and stuff. That's like showing a movie in class. But you go on a field trip, that's a completely different experience, Johnny.
But Franco, they honestly did show on Next Gen and other times where you would see full-blown battle simulations or missions under duress in a holodeck. And again, it's like, well, which is it? You know, you got holodeck technology. Why wouldn't you do it? And also,
they also did that during the war games.
Hold on. Yeah. Where are they? Where are they in their training? Are they still brand new? I mean, I know eventually they have to go to deep space and everything.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, they also showed the holodeck stuff when they were doing the war games, right? In that, you know, when they were shooting those things, like they were immersed in a holodeck, right? So, yeah.
You know what's weird about that? They had the war. So wait, is the war college? How does the hierarchy work at Starfleet Academy? Is the war college underneath Starfleet Academy, like just a separate branch?
I think they're two separate.
Well, if they're two separate, she's running the show, which I was like weird because why is his guys there and she's telling them what to do? Yeah, where was that guy? Why wasn't he? Yeah, but why isn't he telling his own students what to do?
He's like special ops. He's like the
dean of.
He's the Navy SEALs. He's the Navy SEALs of.
Yeah, it's like the Makos during Enterprise that they brought on the Makos at that point, I guess. But yes, the hierarchy of who the final arbiter is in this kind of situation, I would think this is where the War College would be like, all right, it's going to call for strategy. And again, Aki, great chancellor of a school. I'm still not feeling the captain vibe.
I felt it a little bit more.
I like the interplay of her and Nuspraka. I was going to call him Luca Brazzi again.
I just want to get this out because this supports John's. This supports John's thing. In Next Generation, Counselor Deanna Troi went through officers training, which then she decided after going through that, which would have involved the holodeck, that she decided, hey, I don't think I want to do this. So yes, they could have done a lot of this, but also to support, like Franco, there's nothing like being in a real life situation. If you're in a holodeck, you're going to think it's still a holodeck at the end of the day. But when you're on a real life ship that's dead, it's like it's split second. You cannot
I
really make a
understand.
mistake. So it's a balance between the two. There
That's coming
should
from
be,
another
but
teacher. There you go. Good
No,
job.
I
on
get
you,
it.
Wayne.
I get
Yeah.
all that, but again, also, this is the problem of the ship is the school, and it's like, and all we saw were the red team and the blue team addressing this. What are the other campus kids doing? Are they all in
I
their
don't
dorm
know.
rooms
They're all
screwing
hanging out.
around?
Yeah.
oh, they all get a turn.
And
They all
where's
get a turn.
no?
Yeah.
And where's Jet Reno? Where's
He's back in
you
school.
know,
He's at the school.
yeah, but the school's the ship.
No,
He's in
she's on the-
engineering.
she's on the
No,
part that
yeah,
stays
she's with
at
Chekhov.
San
It's
Francisco.
like Wrath of Khan and
Well, there's a bunch
Spacey.
of buildings at the
She's
school. so
she's
it's not
lower
the
deck.
entire thing. Yeah.
She's in the lower
Well,
deck.
the weirder thing
Yeah.
is the doctor was on board, and I was thinking that too. Like, hey, who's running the sick room back home if somebody's sick? If the doctor's there, I don't know.
I was really surprised that they killed Vulcan Boy.
Yeah, I liked him.
Well, yeah, but you know what I'm anticipating in episode 7? Oh, Vulcan Boy. Oh, he was so important. And we're gonna get a bunch of, just like when Robot Girl died in Discovery, and it's like they spend more time on Robot Girl's death than Spock's funeral. And then it's gonna be like, oh, Vulcan guy, oh, eat glass guy. Oh, you want Mo? Where's my photo of him? There he is. Why you?
I like, yeah, he had the thick eyebrows.
I liked that his eyebrows were even with his haircut. I
It
liked
was cool.
Oh, he's
And
a
where
Vulcan.
was Romulan girl? She got her ass kicked last week in the bar. She
much
must have
like
been on
Jake-
the next day.
Much like Jake Paul, her jaws has to heal after taking that punch from Sam.
Yeah.
For the emissary. Okay. Yeah. Again, these are the plot holes, and also this is what they do. If they really wanted to make a statement, kill one of the cadets we've really been following. Like, kill one of the 5. Kill Glitter Vomit Boy.
No,
or
their contacts are too good.
That's Sam Raimi. You can't kill him.
Or the Klingon or whatever. And you
No,
can't kill the
you can't kill the
Klingon
Klingon.
because he's too busy romancing the human guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, next we're gonna get a scene with them starting off in the bedroom.
You know that's going to happen.
Franco, I welcome it, because as opposed to pussyfooting, and I use the term appropriately around, put your balls on the table. You really want to show a gay relationship? Do what's the name of the hockey show on HBO?
Rivalry.
Heated Rivalry.
Go Heated Rivalry. You don't have to show Crank, but and I certainly don't want to see two Klingon cranks to one human crank. But no, but really, it's like, honestly, I don't get it. I don't get they get. Oh, aren't we cool? Well, again, you want to be bold. Be bold. Have Uhura kiss Kirk in 1967. Then I'll call you bold. Otherwise, you're pussyfooting around. Pussyfooting. Yeah. All right.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I think
Pussyfooting?
so.
That's what
Can you
it's
say
called.
that nowadays?
I just did.
I think so.
Couple times.
Twice. And
3 times, I
he
think.
put emphasis on it too.
I know. He kept saying emphasizing it.
Yeah.
I underlined it. It's true. So there you go. But again, all that said, at least it was more entertaining than I'm putting a line in the middle of the atrium. You got to stay on your side of the line, or we're at a bar and I'm a Romulan. What are you going to do to me? How about I'm going to punch you in the face, dumbass? I mean, it's at least there were the appearance of Star Trek stakes in this. But again, I just don't think they're very good at it, other than giving us very surface stuff.
So this is number 6. There's only 10. There's 3 to go. And then what happens? Strange New World comes back?
4 more. Yeah, I'm assuming
4 more.
Strange New World's in the summer. That's my guess.
Okay.
They haven't announced the start date for Strange New Worlds. They got to stretch it out because they've only got 10 more of this, and then the 10 of season 4 of Strange New Worlds, and then 6 of season 5. The good news is, I mean, again, if you're to believe what some of the people are saying that say they have inside information, there's no hope for a season 3 of this crap. It is going to be 2 and out, because unless there is some 12 o'clock decision to keep Kurtzman, I don't think so, because again, I think this show divides the audience.
Yeah, having said all of that, aside from, I've been kind of harping on me wanting new Trek with new characters, and not what Disco did, because I hated what Disco did, because they started in the past, and then when they went to the future, I had hope, and then that didn't work out for me. Strange New Worlds, although I like, again, it's rehashing old characters, and it doesn't match up with Chapel in the past, with Chapel in the future, and her relationship with Spock. All that just doesn't sit right with me. Of all the shows, this one is giving me kind of what I want with new characters, and aside from the little plot holes that I can overlook most of the time, I'm liking this show. It's one of my more favorite shows, I think.
Good.
Of the new Treks.
Good.
So
no, I would say that they've at least learned a little from the mistakes they made with Discovery. Again, we've got a bigger cast, and we're learning their names, and they're working together. I mean, so again, on the very general guidelines, I think they're doing things that the Michael Burnham show, I Walk on Water, never did. So, and everyone, oh, Michael Burnham, let me look up to her with awe and inspiration.
It was a show where she could do no wrong. And you keep saying about the alpha males on this show, but I would argue that Caleb is an alpha male on the show, and he's got, he's in the forefront. So I tend to disagree with you with that.
But my point is more so that there are not alpha male teachers and mentors, and that even extends to everybody having father issues. Everybody. I would like to. Is it too much to ask to have one testosterone teacher? He doesn't have to be Ura Marine, but can he be capable and a little more formidable than Commodore A-hole? And also, can we have at least one cadet that has a loving?
I would put up the argument.
Can we have one relationship where a son and father or daughter and father have a good relationship? We have none, guys. I'm sorry, Franco. Go ahead.
No, that's true. But I would argue maybe that the Doctor is more of that role as a teacher.
He's a hologram, sir.
Yeah, but he's a male hologram.
You're really reaching. And also, frankly, I love Robert Picardo. I don't consider him an alpha male. I really love Robert Picardo, and for the most part, I'm okay.
Well, then let me put this argument out. What about Jet Reno?
Nice, charming. Shame on you. There we go. Yes, exactly, yeah. Mike. The writers think alpha males are all Zap Brannigan from Futurama. Yes, exactly. There is contempt for a strong hetero male character, and in a leadership capacity. Because I will agree with you, Franco. Yes, Caleb is a capable male, strong, both physically and mentally, but he's a student. I'd like to see a teacher. I know they exist. I know you guys, as former teachers, if you don't consider yourselves that, which you might not.
No.
I'm kidding.
I was taught Sunday school.
I'm kidding. Yeah, exactly. Franco's imposing. Exactly, man.
Yeah.
So, but no, that's honestly, that bugs me. And it speaks more to their psychology as writers than, and also a choice by Kurtzman rather than, because again, we want to show the real world. Fine. I don't know how to break it to you, but good male role models do exist. And it kind of does bother me that in service to elevating women and people of color and people of different orientation, that the strong male guy like Luca Brasi are all the bad guys. Oh, JD says that Robert Picardo was an alpha male in The Howling. All right.
Yeah, that's like a wolf.
That was a while ago. That was 40 years ago, but thanks for playing.
What's her name? Who started that?
Wallace.
Dee Wallace, that's right.
From E.T.? Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mentioned you guys off the air. Do you know who Roger Avery is?
No.
Quentin Tarantino's collaborator on Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he was on Joe Rogan. And I don't know how it came up because I've only seen the whole clip. But he went to Alex Kurtzman when they were developing Discovery. And he's like, hey, if you want me, I'm in. I'll work for scale. I just really want to be involved. And Kurtzman shut him down. And it's like, no, I don't want any fans of Star Trek to be working on this show. Wow. Idiot. And yeah, because again, much like the rejection of Walter Mosley, who joined the writing team and then was, you know, they're a little sensitive about the whole black white thing. Maybe don't bring it up, you know. And it's like these they're wussies. They are as opposed to pussyfooting. They're wussies, and Kurtzman is the lead wussy. And I every day when I learn more and more, I have less respect for that guy. He screwed Universal with the Mummy and their whole monster plan with Tom Cruise. I mean, you know, he's the one responsible for the Mummy. I know he was one of the 3 Kelvin writers, but clearly obviously JJ went on to do other things, and Robert Orsi had personal issues which made him leave the equation. This guy sucks. I'm sorry. And that's why it's like, all right, man, you've played with this toy for 10 years. Time to go. Time to effing go. Because this is crap. You've divided the audience.
Why wouldn't you want a fan of the show on the writing staff? I mean, that's when you're going to get some good stuff, right?
I know Ron Moore got grief when he joined the show back in the 80s, and they used to make fun of him as the Star Trek nerd. All he did was write a ton of great episodes and then went on to create Battlestar Galactica. Reboot Galactica. And make
I could be mistaken because my brain this week is just all mush. But is he in any capacity involved with the Ark, that show, or is
no? But I love that damn show. I
like that. I like that show too. That's why I was thinking. For some reason I thought he was involved, but no. Battlestar Galactica was amazing. The new reboot and his episodes, that he wrote for Trek were great. So why wouldn't you want a fan of the show?
Because Kurtzman wanted to do new things, which again, in theory, great. Yeah, but don't forget the Star Trek part of it. Yeah. Don't forget that it still has to be Star Trek. And
what did Moore do like that? That was so. Didn't he bring new things to Trek when he wrote episodes of Trek? Yeah, of course he did. So yeah.
Well, and he also just expanded on things. Like he gave us some of the best Klingon episodes.
Right, absolutely. But don't tell me that, a guy like that, a good writer and a fan of the show isn't going to bring something new. Like, if that's all you're looking to do, then you're a dumbass, I guess.
One day, Mark Bernardin's going to say, what was it like being in the season 2 Picard writer's room?
Yep.
One day.
I know, man. I know.
On his deathbed, he will say what it's like.
I'm slowly working up that courage. I think maybe after the new regime takes over, whoever it is, and as we know, the new film doesn't involve Kurtzman at all that they are planning. Also, another talk that came out this week, Mike Sussman, who was one of the Enterprise writers and is the guy pitching Star Trek United, which is Archer as president of the Federation and a political conspiracy thriller idea. Supposedly he's been having meetings with Paramount without Kurtzman. And they can have meetings and they can suggest that he develops and work on his own to develop the idea. But until the Kurtzman deal is done, technically Kurtzman, if they wanted to actually announce a green light, he would need to be involved, at least for now. But again, clock's ticking. I as I understand it, they were still shooting the last 2 episodes of Academy, but to rewrite the last 2 episodes to give it an actual conclusion. This is what I'm hearing. I don't know if that's true or not. Sounds like it makes sense.
I thought it was 2 and done. The way that they're on the carpet and everything, that this is it. It's done.
Yeah, I understand, Wayne. But the thing is, prior to them coming to that idea, Kurtzman was writing this with the hopes of there being a 3rd season. And they're like, no, wrap it up. Wrap up the story. That's supposedly the thing is, no, you need to fix these last 2 episodes to give it an actual ending. So we don't get a cliffhanger or empty stuff. Who knows? Who knows what they're going to... I mean, I could see a big time jump and go right to a commencement. Kind of in the same way that Lower Decks had the end and what's his face? So Rebecca Romaine's husband, Jerry O'Connell's character, suddenly became a captain, and Freeman got promoted. Yeah, Ransom. Thank you, buddy. Exactly. Here, Mike says Kurtzman only wants something new. Commission Strange New Worlds. Right. Exactly. That's the other thing, man. Oh, no. We need to get away from old continuity. We're going to put it in the future. And all they do, eyebrow Vulcan, the needs of the many. Hey, look, we know lines. Hey, what? Look at us. We're being reverential.
Well,
Hey,
all he's doing is
What?
all he's doing is retconning all the old stuff with the Strange New Worlds in my mind, basically.
Why does and again, this is only like 100 years ago, the comic book and everything. Boy, those sure look like original series uniforms. I think they were so cheap. I think they were so cheap. They just took pages from an IDW comic.
I thought it was an IDW book. I was like, oh, is that a real book?
I thought it was Kirk and Spock.
Yeah, right. I did too.
Well, that in the upper right hand corner, that looks like McCoy.
Or Kirk and McCoy. It just,
and
I don't know. It just
and the brown hair guy absolutely looks like Kirk. Yeah. And also, that's dumb. The whole computer thing. I mean, I like that the computer's like, well, you're not my crew. No. Okay, fine. But that's the solution? What?
No, the computer hadn't read a comic in a while, so.
Exactly.
Do you have more Crisis on Infinite Earth issues?
The Last Starship. I want those 4 copies.
Cannot recommend it enough, boys. I swear to God, it is so good. It really is, and that's where I'm getting my Star Trek joy from the IDW comics. I am not kidding, because even the Voyager Homecoming story that the Bridges did, Susan and Tilly, that's a really good story. Cantwell's Red Shirts was awesome. It was literally an entire crew that every issue somebody dies. So nobody was safe. It was fantastic. It was a great miniseries. And that guy just keeps killing it as far as comic book writing. I love his stuff. Chris Cantwell.
I was going to say something before Franco went out. We have 4 episodes left and still no Tilly.
Yeah, I know. She's going to be the big cliffhanger at the end.
Yeah. And it's I mean,
I thought this whole show was going to be about her when she left the other show.
That's what I was going to say, Mitch. Yeah, because
it's going to be it.
Well, they in their kind of backdoor pilot in Discovery, she trains the cadets, and also then the postscript of Discovery that Tilly is the longest reigning teacher at the Academy. And again, I don't blame her. My suspicion is they probably like lowballed her on salary, and she's like, "Yeah, I got other shit to do. See you later." We're talking about Tilly, Francis.
Yeah, where is she?
Yeah, we're just going for you that there's only 4 episodes left, and we're still without a Tilly.
But I think you're going to be bummed, Francis, because I think she dropped a lot of weight, and now she's slim.
Come on.
I'm serious. I'm not kidding. I've the picture, the blue carpet pictures of her at the premiere. She looked thin. And again, I think she had the baby.
Becky Lynch in this episode either. Damn it.
And that's the other thing. My God, like, has she been on more than like she's got less lines than Harry Kim?
2 episodes so far.
Hi, Captain. Yeah, Shield's working, Captain. It's like, okay, you made a big deal about Becky Lynch, and she's barely in the show. Crap. So
upsetting.
Meanwhile, the beauty's still great. I'm enjoying that still. I can't honestly, guys. It's so good. I'm so relieved and pleased for Jeremy and Jason Hurley, the 2 writers of the comic and everything, because it sounds like they cut themselves a nice deal, and they're very involved. What else is everybody else watching?
The Hedge Knight is still good. I'm really enjoying it. It's like Night of the 100 Kingdoms. It's the Hedge Knight.
Night of the 7 Kingdoms. Night of the 7 Kingdoms. Yeah, it's really good. New episode drops tonight, so I should go watch it.
I watched Predator Badlands. Is it? It's on Hulu.
I have to watch that.
That was good. It was fun.
Cool.
You know,
I got to start watching the Oscar movies because I got all my screeners now.
Yeah.
Plus, there's a ton of them that are on all the streamers too.
Yeah, I watched the one with
DiCaprio.
No, I already saw that one. The Spider-Man's girl, Emma Stone. She's an alien. And she's like a CEO. It's on one of the things, Peacock or something.
Begonia.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Watch. That's a creepy. That's a weird movie, but it's good. It's good.
It's definitely weird, and I don't know how good it is actually.
Yeah, it's different. My wife's like, "What the hell's this?" I go, "I don't know." But she walked in when I was watching Predator, and the aliens had subtitles underneath, and she goes, "Is this like a foreign film?" I go, "No, it's
Yes, yes, it
subtitles.
is.
It's a French alien movie." She goes, "Wait, you're watching alien movies with subtitles now?" I go, "It's an artsy alien movie, okay?"
But think of that's like oh God, what was it called? Damn it. IDW made comics of it, and there was a Japanese adaptation, and Ashley Wood, Australian artist, was doing this stuff. Metal Solid Gear had a lot, and also Halo for that matter has a
the
lot
video
of
games?
foreign, but they have like foreign animation movies, and again, thankfully they dub them in English or give you subtitles,
Yeah,
and they're good. They're good. They're good sci-fi stories, better than this crap.
You know, like Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah. That's one that maybe makes a mistake. Oh,
no, what's
Carrie
weird
says,
about the Predator is you're supposed to be rooting for the Predator. He's the hero of the movie, but yet he's the villain in the Schwarzenegger movies and whatever.
come on. Yeah, but it's now we're following him as a,
You got a Predator earning his
from
stripes.
the looks of the poster, he got a haircut and he cleaned up his act. So maybe
he did get a haircut. Yeah. It's very Klingon in the whole relationship with the father and the the warriors and all that shit.
Yep.
So
do they have two fathers like modern
no.
It's like Tor. We're now seeing the other side of the story.
Yes.
I love that movie. It's one of my favorite World War II movies. So did I tell you guys Garth Ennis gave me a list of great British I know I told Wayne British World War II movies, which because he's such a war historian. I'm like, you got to know the good movies. He's like, oh, I've got
Battle
several
of Britain on there.
Yeah. No, that was the obvious ones. I'm like, give me a couple of the non-obvious ones because I also mentioned Sink the Bismarck and Dam Busters as well. No, he gave me 3 different movies, and they look cool.
I always had a question. If you watch war movies in Japan and German, are the Americans the bad guys?
I think they remake them with the other guys as the leads.
Do you know that? And I love Tarantino's theory that the Godzilla movies are an alternate universe where Japan won the World War II, and they're the dominant superpower, and therefore that is why they are fighting Godzilla. And leading the world in the fight against Godzilla.
I never heard that. Speaking of Godzilla, Monarch starts this week, I think. Season 2. I saw trailers for it.
So without Matt Fraction, unfortunately.
Oh, Fraction's not on it.
What? Rad Puppy says, I'm a bit behind the live stream, but I agree with John. The best Star Trek being produced currently is coming from the IDW comics. There you go. I agree. Yes. He agrees with me. So, what else, boys? I'm trying to think.
Oh,
that's it.
I've been doing a reread of Tomb of Dracula. Man, that series really holds up.
Yeah, it does.
After all these years.
Yeah.
Like I haven't read it since I first picked it up during the first run. So I just thought, you know what? I have the Marvel app. I started reading and going, wow, this really cool story.
I picked up the book, the newsprint black and white. What are those called?
The Essential Edition.
Essential Edition. I picked up one of those and still haven't read it because it's sitting here on the pile of stuff I'm never going to read. But
weird thing. Scott Snyder's doing a really good job. I read the KO. I guess that's this week, where the absolute heroes met the real DC Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. So you got to give it up for Snyder. He's really doing a good job reinventing DC stuff. And dare I say, when I go to the comic shop, I never thought these words would come out of my mouth. I pick up more DC books now than I do Marvel, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're a Marvel guy."
It's kind of amazing how it swings every few years.
Yeah, but I mean, DC's consistently week after week putting out interesting stories that you want to read.
Yes.
And unfortunately, the Marvel stuff, which I love for 50 years, is just treading water and kind of same old. I'm like, dude, you gotta do something to.
Well, Stephanie Phillips is about to take over Daredevil.
Yep.
And I think a few other things. I think now that they're out of the One World Under Doom status quo, that it will let the other comics breathe and create more different things. I'm actually trying to nail down a date to talk to the great artist Mike Deodato, who lately has been doing a lot of AWA books, but he and I have been playing message tag. but I hope to get him, if not at the end.
And he
of
did the Ronda Rousey book.
That's one of the books I intend to talk about, Wayno. Exactly.
Where did you mention that DC had an AEW comic come out last week? Whatever, Real Wrestlers Meet the DC characters.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I didn't know if AEW was a
Are
big
you sure
deal
it's
anymore.
not AEW?
No, that's what he said, AEW, right?
Yeah.
No, you said
no, he said AEW.
AEW
did you say AEW? I thought it sounded like AWA that you said.
No,
I mean, we were talking about
wrestling
AWA, but he said AEW. He did.
No, but I'm saying I didn't know that was a big thing again because wrestling.
That was at New York Comic Con.
Well,
they really pushed it at New York Comic Con.
They made a deal with Warner Brothers, so now AEW streams on HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So they made a deal with them. So I think this is part of that kind of deal.
And they've also did it on their ring mats, the banners around the ring and the guardrails all had the DC logos and DC KO and stuff like that.
Oh, well, see, there you go, getting a new audience. God, good on DC for trying something new, man.
Mike Jones gave me a World War II movie recommendation. Morning Departure, a British submarine movie with John Mills and Richard Attenborough. Man, John Mills is all over Garth Ennis's war recommendations to me. And he says the movie is also known as Operation Disaster in the U.S. Good to know. Thank you very much, Mike. God, I got to tell you, Rich Johnson has been Word Balloon's best friend the last month, showing links for my Mark Waid interview, for my Matt Fraction interview, for my Bob Rozakis, the Answer Man interview that I did, which was very nice. And in fact, I guess that was yesterday. And according to his Lying in the Gutters, it was the most read article on Lying in the Gutters. And all I know is I got a couple dozen more subscribers on the YouTube side from that. So that's wonderful. And a lot of people leaving me notes saying, hey, I just discovered your show. Thanks a lot. So that's cool. And man, I had a marathon talk with Diana Schutz on Thursday, 3.5 hours. And I adore her. She is such a nice lady and a Canadian way. She's great and really told cool stories about the fall of Kamiko, its original owners, and why they screwed up, and she really explained the whole newsstand distribution problem when you don't have the corporate resources to generate 100,000 copies of an issue and know that 90% of them are going to come back unsold the way newsstands always operated back in the day. Mm-hmm. And it's, and that's really what kind of screwed Kamiko in that original mid-'80s period. But, God, she wrote for Amazing Heroes and worked at Kamiko and obviously was there at the very beginning of Dark Horse and everything. Oh, thank you, Matthew. Matthew says he really enjoyed the interview. Yeah, she's great. And I've really the whole weekend I've been making more shorts because the shorts really attract more of an audience from me. But stuff on Rozakis and stuff on Schutz, more stuff on both of them. Mm-hmm. So there's that.
Yeah.
All right.
I watched. Did anybody ever see Something Wicked This Way Comes?
Yes, of course.
The whole movie.
By the pricking of my thumb.
It's what?
It's by the pricking of my thumbs.
It's from Macbeth. The Three Witches say that, but no, this was with Jonathan Pryce, Jason Robards, and a bunch of folks in there. Yep. I was like, oh wow. I never saw it. I was just like, okay. It's okay. It could have been like better, but it was all right.
I didn't dig deep, but Tubi has so many fantastic. Wayne, I bet you've got a bunch of these movies in your collection. Cheeseball 80s sci-fi. There's one, I can't remember the title of it, but it's Richard Hatch, like 1982, and it's some low-budget alien movie, and he's the lead, and he's the star of it and stuff. But yeah, kind of like Far Beyond the Stars and the other stuff. Artie's watching.
It'd be like a Corbin movie.
Did I ever mention? Remember Kirk Allen? He played Superman.
Of course.
Superman. But did you know he was Black Hawk too?
Yes, I did.
Because there's if you go on YouTube, you can see the entire 15 episodes. They don't have a lot of planes on it, even though it's called Black Hawk. There's like one plane, and it's like, all right, whatever. And he's the only one that wears the shirt with the Black Hawk.
But he's got the outfit, man. He
looks awesome. Like Black Hawk. He's cool. He's got the hair, and he's punching people, and they got the big guy I can't think of his name, the big
Olaf?
Swedish guy.
Yeah,
Yes, Olaf. They're all there. And of course, I was going to put it on the Terrificon fan page, but then I go, I might get canceled because you got Chop Chop.
I was going to ask if they had Chop Chop in it.
Yeah, but they don't call him Chop Chop. They just call him Chop. So they were trying. But he's still the cook.
They were trying.
He's still the cook, and it's kind of like, 1950s where it's like, oh, Mr. Blackhawk, I make you something for dinner. I'm like, we don't do that anymore.
Like Hop Sing. Yeah, like Hop
exactly.
Sing.
But, it's entertaining for what it is of its time. But there's one part where Blackhawk throws a ladder out of an airplane. Spoiler alert for a 90-year-old serial. And he climbs from one plane to another plane. Keep it steady, Olaf. And it's like, you're watching this going, man, the kids were so fucking stupid. No wonder they grew up to start taking drugs in the 60s because this is just dumb. And he like climbs into another plane and beats the guy up. And I'm like,
come on.
You're complaining about these new Trek episodes. Come on, man.
Hold it. Mitch, you literally pray at the altar of Harrison Ford. The whole Indiana Jones is based on stuff like that.
Shut up, Wayne. You shut up right now.
No way, Mitch.
Yes.
I will disagree.
Well,
if
it sounds like
it is based on that. It is based on that.
And then those serials with those stupid
we didn't have any.
Not have Indiana Jones.
They weren't making fun of any minorities like this was in Black. Oh, wait a minute.
The planes and the ladder between them, it reminds me of that Enterprise episode. I think it was a two-parter where it's the Columbia and the Enterprise, and Trip takes a tow line from the Columbia down to the Enterprise, and they're in sync flying because Enterprise can't stop or it'll explode, and that's why they need Trip on the ship to fix the Enterprise.
Have you seen?
Go
ahead, John. Sorry.
No, I was going to say he just climbs down the line. Go ahead.
That's exactly like Executive Decision with Steven Seagal, where they were doing the planes, where the planes had to match. They had the stealth plane above. I think it was the president's plane. Yeah, it was the president's plane.
No, and that was Air Force One, buddy, with Harrison
Ford.
Ford.
There was another movie called.
There were not two planes in Air Force One.
I know. Okay, you're right.
But it was still dealt with.
Remember Enterprise? It was so stupid that they didn't have a tractor beam yet, and they would fire out like a tow cable, and they would hook on stuff.
Something. You got to have something.
Whatever. It's like, good shooting.
I don't know how that works with zero. I don't know how that works without zero gravity.
Right? That's what I'm watching and going, they fire something in space, it gets propelled, and it grabs on it. There's no inertial whatever. Okay, I don't know. What do I know? Remember when they used to have to wash off Jolene Blaylock with some blue soap every week?
Yeah. Let's move up. Yeah.
And then she went behind the curtain to like change her clothes when they went back to the 50s. And I'm like, hey, look, she's in silhouette. Like that episode of Seinfeld with George when he's watching the girl give the other one a bath in the hospital. And the mother's like, what are you doing, Georgie? Remember that?
Exactly. Yes, I do.
That's your cousin, Georgie. That's your cousin.
You're using your body as an amusement park, Georgie.
Exactly.
But if we're talking about serials,
that's
still
cool.
The best
I love that actually.
McFarlane,
Captain
man.
Marvel. Captain Marvel is still from Republic Features the best serial you'll ever get.
It's true.
It still stands up today.
And the guy that started as Billy Batson, New Haven's own, buddy.
Oh wow. Riff Tracks, the Mystery Science Theater guys, they just put out both to buy. Pardon me, I'm burping. And also, the first episode is free on YouTube. They have the Captain Marvel serial, and they riff track it and make fun of it.
That son of a bitch was throwing people off of buildings, man. Captain Marvel don't play. He watched those old things. They're like shooting at him. He just grabs the guy right off a building. Like,
it's good.
It's good. He's a murderer, but what the hell?
No, whatever.
Oh, I like the Batman with the floppy ears.
Oh yeah, and the big fat gut, and he's sitting in the back cave, and they got like a bat flying over him.
But it gave us the Bat Cave, gave us the Batmobile.
Yeah. You know what's not good? I got Audible, and again, you got a couple free credits, and I saw Kingdom Come was on there. The Mark Waid.
How is that? Yeah, the audio adaptation of it.
It's not good because I'm sitting there. And I love audio plays and I love audio dramas, but the problem is you've had to read. You really did. If you didn't read the book, the real comic book of Kingdom Come, and you just listen to this, it's only 3.5 hours. They literally just read the comic. There's none of this narration where I'm like, look, bro. It's an audible thing. You got to describe things, what's going on. And a lot of the voice actors are similar in tone. So when you have Batman talking to Lex Luthor, you go, who's talking right now? It's like, we need to get this thing organized into a camp. Do you think that's wise? I'm like, was that Luthor talking or was that Batman talking? So I thought it was going to be great because I've listened to some of these, like, they did the Nightfall one years ago and the Death of Superman. They were great. But this one, they should have taken more time with it. 3 hours is not enough.
Well, years ago, the company Graphic Policy.
Graphic Audio.
Sorry, Graphic Policy is a podcast. Graphic Audio. They did it, and they did have deliberate narration, and they even like to the point of describing. I remember, and again, because I'm a perv, they were describing Phantom Lady's costume, and again, I'm like, really? Can you talk slower?
No, I like that company. They used to be at New York Comic Con for years. It was like a movie in your mind. Yeah, they used to have booths set up, and then they'd have these great sales where it's like you could get like a whole they were like 10-hour dramas on like 7 or 8 CDs.
I have a bunch of them.
Yeah, and they were like down to like $10 or $15 at that. I think they're out of business now. I don't think they exist.
That's a good question, Mitch. I don't know. They not only adapted, the DC stuff that they did.
No, they did Marvel. I used to get all the Marvel.
But beyond comics, they also did like the Destroyer, Remo Williams books.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. And they're good. They're good.
Yeah, no. They did Secret Wars and a bunch of the Death of Captain America. And the funny thing is, those were adapted by Marvel writers because the Death of Captain America was redone by Larry Hama. So, they would take all these issues and they'd reformat it because it's only one standalone storyline. So, you can't have all these like, go see issue 12. It doesn't matter. But
according to Matthew, they're still around and they just released Hellboy. So maybe the license got too expensive for them to stick with DC or Marvel.
Remember when Star Trek used to do audios? I used to have Star Trek audio stuff. And George Takei would read a lot of them too. Yeah.
I had the Kingdom Come cassette. I can't find it anywhere. And I'd love to hear that to compare it to the latest version of the adaptation.
Well, it's on Audible.com.
On a cassette, not an 8-track. On a little cassette. Yeah, I'm just thinking, not 8-track. But on a little cassette, just like the old Star Trek ones. They were abbreviated, abridged stories.
I remember that. And I liked it. I thought that was good.
You can sometimes they give you free audios to download. Like there's a whole Grant Morrison does this whole thing about monsters and myth or something with comic books. It's just like reading an essay, like a college paper, but it's like 10 hours of him talking about the different histories of Superman and why people like this type of hero. And I'm like, it's interesting to listen to like a podcast, but there's a lot of stuff out there, man.
All right. We'll go around the horn for this recommendation, but I will start. JD says, I guess in his region, I believe he's in South America or Central America, but he says, we're getting all seasons of Stargate on Netflix. I've never seen it. Is it good? I think Stargate is excellent, and I recommend it.
I
saw the
movie
first
and
one.
saw the series. Yeah.
No?
I saw the first season. Yes, I still recommend it. I haven't gotten back to it. It really expands upon the movie.
Yeah, it's 10 seasons of just the SG-1, and Atlantis was good. Man, lately from Atlantis and, of course, Firefly, I've seen a lot of videos lately from Jewel State, who I had the pleasure of meeting at an FX con years ago, and could not be sweeter. Yeah. But she was great on Atlantis, and I like Atlantis. I think Atlantis, and even SGU, I kind of want to revisit it, the final Stargate sequel. They were trying kind of too hard to be like Galactica, but I'm more forgiving now, and I probably should check it out. B-Things.
Are you, Johnny? Are you really that forgiving?
You're critical.
I am on everything else, Wayne. Yes, I am.
Hey, is For All Mankind back? I haven't watched it.
Not yet, but soon. I think April.
It's coming back?
Pretty sure April, yeah.
I was wondering what happened to it.
B-Things. Why did they even allow someone like Kurtzman, who's clearly never been interested in a franchise, to have a stranglehold on it? Well, again, I slightly disagree because they gave him the Mummy, and he kind of crapped the bed on that. And then also, I understand because, again, Les Moonves was in charge of CBS at the beginning of CBS All Access, didn't know science fiction. He was the guy left standing of the Kelvin Universe movies. And I'm sure he's just like, all right, you seem to know this stuff. Go forth, young man, and make new Star Trek. And regardless, now the Ellisons, for better or worse, they're going to change it. and that guy's going to be out the door. It'll be very interesting to see what they do. But sadly, I think between a new movie and if we are going to get new TV, I don't think we're looking until 28 or 29. I'm going to be freaking old when this stuff finally comes back. And I mean, not that I'm not already old, but it does bum me out. Stanley wants to know, will we get more of the Orville? I'm hearing conflicting things.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but I keep hearing conflicting things. I haven't heard a direct quote from Seth MacFarlane. It would be nice. I have yet to. Wayne, did you get that novel or the audio of the novel?
No, but
there's an audio.
Speaking of something else, you
Okay.
just reminded me of something else.
All right, he'll be back.
I want to say I hope they don't, because I hate.
Oh, stop!
I really do hate watch stuff. Like I hate watching stuff, and that's one of those.
I didn't like it when it first started because I didn't know if it was supposed to be funny or serious, and then
that's
it became
why I hated it
serious.
so much.
No, but then it became a serious show, and I was like,
every season it got better. Every season it got better.
All right,
got, Wayne?
so I supported the Black Mirror, a brand new graphic novel on Kickstarter.
Oh,
about the USS
McAllister.
Yeah.
So I haven't read this yet, but
cool.
this came in.
Who
you were
wrote
thinking of when you? Sorry. All right.
No worries.
Neil Gibson.
Oh, sure.
And Silvano Beltran.
It's nice. I like the
nice.
Black Mirror. No, Callister's great for people who are listening and watching and don't know that 2 episodes of the Black Mirror were a fantastic dark parody of Star Trek. And that actor is he's Oscar nominated. I forget his name.
Isn't that Mary Jane's husband?
Yes,
it is.
Kirsten Dunst's husband. Yes.
Yeah, he was just in that movie that I was talking about with the
Oh, I didn't realize that's who you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Hey, wow. Mario's actually saying something useful. Thank you, Mario. As opposed to a
March 27th.
March 27th for All Mankind. Thank you very much, Mario.
Jesse Plemons is that guy.
Jesse,
that's right. That's his name. Absolutely. Yeah. I like that guy. He was good in The Irishman with De Niro and
Breaking Bad too.
Yeah.
He was in that movie with Elizabeth Olsen where she's having an affair with him. It was like set in she kills his wife. It was on HBO. It was set based on a real story from the 70s. I didn't know he was a kid actor. He was on that Friday Night Lights show with Michael B. Jordan and new Green Lantern guy, Kyle Chandler.
Kyle Chandler and also Scott Porter, one of Franco's best
friends. Adrian Palicki from The Orville was on that show.
I agree with Rad Puppy, who says For All Mankind is what made modern Star Trek should aspire to be. Well, again, it's Ron Moore co-creating.
I was going to say Moore does that one,
and it plays like a pre-Enterprise future that I could literally see the era they're in. They're only in like the 2000s right now, but I could see that leaping 100 years forward and being Enterprise.
Now that you say that's exactly how it plays out, because I've never thought of For All Mankind like that. But if you think about how the Federation maybe was formed here on Earth, that would be a great prequel to all the Star Trek stuff. That's amazing. Yeah.
And they're more realistic with their science too. They don't go like wacky shit. They're like, oh no, they got guns on the moon.
It's basically our history, but it turns on a certain it turns on a dime when the Russians beat us to the moon. So
and the Chinese were there and they were mining for what was it, lithium or something?
Yeah.
Helium-3.
That's right. It is helium-3. Very good.
Oh, all right.
What was I going to say about that for All Mankind? Oh, I never saw, because there was enough good stuff on competing against it. I never saw Gene Roddenberry's Andromeda, and I know Kevin Sorbo is kind of a douche, but I am intrigued by the premise that essentially it is a federation. His past was like a federation that he's in cryogenic sleep for 500 years, and then when he wakes up, the federation is gone. And as I understand it, and Wayne, I want to hear, the first season is pretty good, and then it kind of fell apart. What'd you think of it?
It's not cryogenic sleep. What happens is the Andromeda is at the edge of a black hole, and has been stuck there for the 500 years since the not Federation.
Yeah, like the Union in the Orville. Yeah.
Yeah, something like the Union, but there's
Sure.
another.
Sure.
No, Confederation. The Confederation.
Close. Put a con on it. Nobody will notice.
Yeah, con.
Way to go, Gene.
But again, it's dealing with the different species. Magog. The Magog are the real bad guys. They're the aliens that will eat you and put. You know how like the Gorn in Strange New Worlds would infest you with their eggs?
Yes,
that's the Magog.
Oh, there you go.
The same thing.
Well, gee, I wonder where New Trek got the idea from.
And Magog is the name of the bad guy in Mark Waid's Kingdom Come. It's all full circle. See how we all connect all
Wheels
this.
are turning.
So it's an interesting story. It really went off the deep end in the last season, where it went off the deep end. It's kind of like exactly for me. It's exactly like Babylon 5, where the last season went off the deep end, but that wasn't their problem. Was because they kept getting bounced around by the network.
Yeah,
and whether they had a season 5 or not had a season, I just found season 5 was horrible. You watch the first 4 seasons of Babylon 5 and stop. Just like in Supernatural, watch the first 5 seasons of Supernatural and then a couple afterwards that are the really good episodes.
What about the other 27 seasons?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I will slightly disagree, Wayne, and not with any malice. Because it is season 5 is a letdown from season 4, no question. And Straczynski wrapped up the general story well enough in 4 that you don't need 5. But there are moments of 5 that I like.
That's a lot of what's obtaining in 5.
And the very final episodes of 5, where you see what happens to Malare and you see what happens to Delenn and Sheridan and Billy Mooney's character, Lanier. Yeah. You know, by the way, if people have never watched Babylon 5, apparently YouTube is running it for free weekly, and they put up the first, I believe, the pilot and the first 2 episodes of the first season this week.
In the beginning.
So in the beginning.
I wonder how bad the effects.
Or is it The Gathering?
Gathering, Wayne. Yes.
Yeah, in the beginning is the movie, the TV movie.
Right.
Yeah. With Sinclair.
Actually, the TV movies are good.
Yes.
Are a lot better than season 5. So watch the first 4 seasons. Watch the movies.
You know what wasn't good?
Season 5, just fold it up in a little ball, toss it in, go for nothing but net.
Spin-off show they did with Gary Cole and the Rangers that took place after.
That's Crusade.
Crusade,
where they're on a mission to go find some cure that Earth's going to die. That sucked.
Yeah, it's too bad. It is too bad
because it also brought in the mages, the
techno people that Lauren was from.
Yeah, the techno mages. Yeah.
Edward Woodward's son was the big techno mage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a good idea, but it was a bad execution, and TNT screwed the show. They ran episodes out of sequence.
Yeah, they did.
So it didn't make sense.
They Serenity it.
Yeah,
they did. Exactly.
There's a cartoon though. They did an animated cartoon with people.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I like
I think
in the beginning.
Return Home.
What was it called?
The Return Home.
Yeah,
the long something. I thought long was in the title.
Yeah, because I was there. I saw it at San Diego.
New York. Yeah, or San Diego.
No, not New York, San Diego.
Yeah.
How bizarre was it that both shows about space stations, Babylon 5 and Deep Space Nine, end with the captain disappearing and never coming back? It's kind of coincidental, I know, but
great! Why is it that every time you talk about a show, you're
never going to watch it? You're not going to watch.
You're not going to watch 5 seasons of Babylon.
The first 5 words of your sentence, you spoil.
And you know what the funny thing is about? It's not funny. It's kind of sad. Like if you watch Babylon 5, except for Bruce Boxleitner and Billy Mumy and maybe one other, everyone's dead.
Peter Jurassic is still around.
Is he? No, I think he's gone.
No,
Londo's still around, or he's still at.
Yeah, he does that.
I remember Flounder died. Stephen First.
Yeah,
the Doctor died. The Garibaldi died.
Garibaldi died. And Delenn died. The Mirafor.
Yeah, she was.
Claudia's still alive. Claudia's still alive.
Bobby Wheeler's gone.
Who's still alive? Wayne?
Claudia Christensen.
Oh, Claudia. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, Claudia Christensen. Yeah,
she
you're right.
She rode home.
So yeah,
The
3
animation
people.
movie was The Road Home.
That's
yeah,
right.
okay.
3
And then, of
people
course,
are
the,
left.
the first guy died of like dementia or some weird thing happened
Yeah,
to him.
Michael O'Hare. Yeah,
Michael O'Hare, yeah, sad.
I had Straczynski on the show, and he waited until O'Hare passed away, but
Yeah.
he really went schizophrenic.
Yeah.
And it was like believing like that the newspaper was talking to him
Yep.
and everything, and it was really, really sad. I
Yeah.
mean, I do think that first season, Wayne, and I'll ask your opinion. I do feel Sheridan and Michael O'Hare's performance was a little wooden compared to the dynamics. Well, both of you guys, because Mitch knows it too.
Yeah.
What we got with Boxleitner as Sheridan. So yeah, I mean, I appreciate.
Yeah, but when you find out what happened to this guy in real life, maybe he was struggling to do his lines or something because he is not emoting at all. I remember that's why I didn't like that show when it first started, because I go, the lead guy sucks. I mean, he's literally cardboard.
This is where I'll disagree with you because they took, again, the difference. Boxleiter has always been more of a jovial type character, and whatever he's done.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. But with him, he was an officer that came from the line. The last line of defense against the Minbari. So he was one. And that was on that line where Earth was not supposed to have won that war.
Right. So
I've always thought of him more as a haunted figure from that, and that the posting to Babylon 5 wasn't exactly an real important posting. At the end of the day, you're on an outpost at the end of a galaxy. It's almost like being on that starbase in lower decks with all where it is important in the sense that it's a gateway to this, but you're not exactly like high up on Earth's priorities.
Because I almost took that maybe the Minbari had something to do with Sheridan's posting there. I have a couple of the old books, and the books, by the way, were excellent at filling out the canon, both before and post series. Really, from Del Rey, that was the publisher.
Well, no, they knew he was going to become Valen.
Right. By the way,
metamorphosized.
Yesterday was Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that the B5 people have co-opted, kind of like May the 4th, that they've co-opted Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's
that was
Day.
such a good story. And then the guy with the beard, I can't think of his name, but he was the leader of the Rangers. He came on the show. He was the actor.
He was also in Legend of the Rangers.
Yes.
Yeah, Marcus.
Yeah, he was good. The good chemistry was good character.
And again, we're spoiling for Franco, but the way his character resolved.
But my statement about you guys being nerds before that, I realized you also need to know that I stopped listening to you about 23 minutes ago.
Oh God, yeah, just unplugged it.
But it's the character. I forget his name, but he's Xanthos.
Zathras. Yeah, he's
wrong Sheridan. Wrong time.
Not the one.
No. We know Tom.
But you see, guys, that's what's brilliant about Straczynski.
Yeah.
Planted those seeds, and
then
at the payoff.
When you watch that show, he was at our show. He was at Terrificon once, but I told him, I said, Jesus Christ, every little thread got tied up at the end. I'm like, I've never seen a show that planned something out for 4 years. In the final episode, every comment, every little remark, something was said once, and it was a throwaway line, and it all came to pass at the end. You're like, holy crap, this was really well written.
Sleeping in Light, that final episode is really a great finale.
Oh, dude, I was crying the first time I saw that. When he goes and leaves his wife, and he says it's Sunday, and you got to go for a Sunday drive, and he disappears. I'm like, oh my God, that's
it is, because he's going off to die, and it's like, man, come on, you're Bruce Boxleitner.
Yeah, he takes the Starfire out.
He does, and then when they have a son named Franco, I was like, son of a bitch.
I'm not listening. I'm not listening. That's not it. I'm in the pattern buffer.
Zathos. But I just like the way that Zathos talk. Like, it's just like,
not the one.
Zathos, not present Zathos.
Not the one. Not the one.
No, not the one.
Yes. One is you. You are the one before. You are the one now, and you are the one to be.
And Chekhov was on that show. He was good.
Bester.
Bester. The Psychor.
Walter
and the redhead
day is like kissing JMS's ass for giving him the best role of his career.
He did.
Hands down. Bester is a complex bad guy. And there, Wayne, there's a fifth season episode, the Cora's mother, the Cora's father.
Yeah.
And they got the two psychops working under him who think he's the greatest guy in the world. That was really interesting.
If I remember the story correctly from Walter, he was supposed to be part of the main cast of Babylon 5, but had a heart attack.
Oh.
Yep.
So Straczynski still wanted him and created Bester for him.
Yes.
I'm watching Doc Martin right now.
I thought
watching what?
I thought that Bester was going to play a bigger role as the seasons progressed, and then he got the heart attack, and that's why Straczynski's like.
I could have got again. Walter talked about it was just Straczynski, and Bester was for him.
It was amazing, and I love that it's named after the great Alfred Bester, who of course gave us beyond excellent sci-fi stories, The Green Lantern Oath by Brightest Day and Brightest Night.
The Star is My Destination.
Star is My Destination.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Star is My Destination.
B Things with a Babylon 5 comic. Zathras is used to being a beast of burden for other people's needs. Yeah. Zathras has sad life. Oh, he's doing Zathras has sad life. Probably.
You know what's funny about that?
But at least there is symmetry.
When it used to be on TNT every night.
Yes, that's where I watched it.
Here's how we ended up watching. My wife was pregnant with our first kid, and the last couple of months she wasn't supposed to move around much, so she was captive. And I would sit there and put it on every night at 7:00. And because it was such a soap opera like show, because it had romances and backstabbing, it was just like Game of Thrones and all those other shit shows. She was watching it. And then they had the Shadow War. And remember the shadows would come in and make that screaming sound?
Yes.
And that's when they attack. So when she's giving birth to my first son and she's in labor and she's screaming, I actually look at her as she's in full labor and go, you sound like one of the shadows.
Nice.
She almost fucking killed me right there in the hospital.
Poor
She's like, I'm giving birth without anesthesia. I feel like I'm fucking shitting a watermelon. And you're telling me I sound like some fucking alien. And she was, every other word was that. But it was great at the time. You know, I thought it was funny.
It's a memory.
Whenever I see Babylon 5 and I hear that, I remember the delivery room in 1990.
I love that they had the character in the second season that was the hotshot pilot. That's only on for that one season. And that was like him acquiescing to the network, who's like, hey, we want like a Top Gun guy. All right, fine. Here you go.
There you go.
Shouldn't you be doing a Babylon 5 rewatch show?
We should do a Babylon 5.
We should do a Babylon 5.
I would love that.
Or an Expanse.
I could be the guy that watches it from the beginning because I've never seen it.
Yeah,
Why don't we start out small? Why don't we watch Quark first?
Well, if you want Quark.
It's only like 5 episodes.
I love Quark. I love Quark.
It looks good, actually. It's on YouTube, and I was like, "Oh my god, why is the quality of the show?"
It's 70s. It doesn't hold up, but
it
doesn't. The Star Lost. If you want to go, let's go all the way back to the Star Lost.
Dude, I saw a trailer the other day for Salvage 1. And I go, I want to go watch that again. With, Andy Griffith.
The pilot's
great.
One of the best TV movies.
And then it sucked after that.
Well, because they couldn't sustain the premise.
No, it was dumb. It's like what? It was just like Night Stalker. The first movie's good, second movie's good. We'll make it a weekly show.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I respectfully disagree, Mitch. The Night Stalker was great. It was Monster of the Week. It totally.
Oh, I know, but it ran thin when he was doing Mr. Ring, and you got the zombie, you got your werewolf on the cruise ship, you got your Rakshasa, who, by the way, Barry Gordon, who's in that show, will be at Terrificon on August 7th to the 9th.
Yay! I love that guy.
I
have photos of him from Chicago.
He's in everything. Barry.
I'm going to bug him in Connecticut, whether he wants to be bugged.
He was on Fish.
You got to give me his info. I would love to talk to him.
Barry Gordon. I will find out Barry Gordon. But anyway,
I've been a fan of his literally since the 70s when he was on Fish and Barney Miller.
Yeah, he was on everything. He'd show up. He was like the poor man's Bud Cort, who just passed away the other day. Rest his soul.
Oh, Bud Cort.
Bud Cort is dead.
Oh, that's terrible. Well,
what was the movie he did with that Ruth Gordon?
Harold and Maude.
Harold and Maude, yeah.
Mentioning Ruth Gordon, Francis, did you watch that Love Boat episode from this week yet?
No, I've been busy.
Oh, I know you've been
talk after.
Dude,
yeah.
I know.
Plus, Bud Cort was in the original MASH.
He was. That's right.
He plays Ballman. Well, that's why I always thought they got the name from Lower Decks.
He was.
Oh,
that's funny. B thinks, and I never paid attention, but the Kolchak music was
Yes,
originally in the
that is
Question
true.
Kids movie.
That
And
whistling,
makes
that
sense.
music. Yep.
Yeah. And B Things is, I assume he's recommending the other two Gene Roddenberry TV pilots from the early 70s. As Reynolds, Genesis 2 and Planet Earth.
And the character names from those is what you're going to see in Andromeda.
I'm aware. Dylan Hunt.
Oh.
Yep, Dylan Hunt. That's right. Alex McCord and John Saxon.
Yes.
In those two movies.
John Saxon.
Has Lurch in both of them.
Ted Cassidy.
Ted Cassidy. Right. Ted Cassidy. That's right.
Not to be confused. What was the other tapes thing that was like Night Stalker? It was one and done. It was like a pilot.
Oh, no. The
Nordis tapes, the Norlist tapes.
Yeah. I remember that one. Sure. Yes.
Yeah, it's even got the same music as the Night Stars. Was
that Roy Finnis from the Invaders?
Yes.
Yep. That's good. No, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, but you can't find that. I found it on YouTube. It was all snowy and fuzzy.
You know what I just found on YouTube, and Nichelle Nichols is in it, because on Frank Santopadre's Fun for All Ages podcast, he had a bunch of comedy writers on. And do you guys remember? It's from that same period as that Smokey and the Bandit DVD set you saw.
Yeah, what was up with that shit?
Well, what it was there were a bunch. It was like a wheel, like the NBC mystery movie, and it was the action movie wheel, and all the independent stations would run it. I believe it was through Universal, and there was Knight Rider 2000. There was the Bandit. There was the Bandit. That's where the original Kevin Sorbo Hercules movies were.
Oh,
I think I'm pretty sure that Vanishing Sun Asian kind of martial arts story as well.
Yeah.
I loved. I thought that was fantastic.
Didn't they do new Charlie Chan mysteries too in the 80s, or am I just making that up?
Well, I know there's the Ross Martin movie from the 70s.
There's the cartoon.
Yeah, and of course the Chan Clan, exactly, from Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, we don't.
Well, at least finally an Asian played Charlie Chan in the Chan Clan. K. Luke, number one son, played Charlie Chan, which was kind of fantastic. That K. Luke came back and played his father. I met K. Luke at a North Hollywood memorabilia show at the Beverly Garland Hotel.
He was in everything. He was in the Gremlins too.
Yeah, he's in MASH. Of course, he was Master Po, Kung Fu. So no, he's great. I'm a big fan. What was I going to say about earlier though? When we were rattling through. No, Kolchak, man. The reason why Kolchak was canceled was Darren McGavin.
He wanted out of it. Yeah.
Well, he couldn't physically do it anymore. It was hurting him.
He ran that. He owned the production. Him and his wife. They took over the production company.
Yep.
There was two on film scripts that were written, because I've read them already. It was they did 22, but they only filmed 20. But they had 2 scripts in the can ready to go. But he's like, let me out of my contract. ABC's
I can't do it.
Out of here.
He was
just like the remake. They had a bunch that they didn't release.
Yeah.
But
God, that sucks so bad. That Frank Sponowitz one.
Yeah, that was
Stuart Townsend.
Stuart Townsend. Oh, it was a piece of shit.
What do we think of Rockford coming back with Angel, David Boreanaz? Have you heard about that?
No, I haven't.
Supposedly they're making a pilot with Rockford Files, and it's David Boreanaz from SEAL Team, whatever the hell it's called on CBS, and
Angel from Buffy.
Yeah, he's going to be Rockford.
And on Bones.
Yeah, of course, Bones. Thank you, Wayne. I forgot about
that. That's a guy that's worked consistently from one series to the next. Like
he wants a lot of money. I was going to get him for Terrific.
I'm a big fan.
He wants big money though. He was on some kind of NCSI type of thing or something.
The SEAL Team show. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know, because I called and they said, "Well, he's like a big guarantee." I'm like, "Oh shit."
No, I had no interest in Buffy just because I'm old, and my boss at one of my radio stations is like, he's kind of like Batman, like a plainclothes Batman. Yeah. And this was before the 5th season started, and thankfully, God, that show was just action and funny and smart. And I'm like, wow, I really like this. And I totally got sucked in. And just like Babylon 5, they were doing reruns on TNT. So it was easy to catch up before the end of the 5th season. I was totally caught up.
I was at a show.
In New Frontier?
Say it again.
What? Didn't he play Batman in New Frontier?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of the I was at a show and I was set up next to Christopher Golden and talking to him as you do at a show, and he's telling me about Buffy and stuff like that, because he was writing. I think he was writing maybe some of the I don't know if he was writing some of the episodes or the books. I know he worked on the books afterwards.
Go on.
And he was telling me about Buffy, and I'm like, I don't know about that. The movie was really hokey because the movie, I
Christy
watched it.
Swanson, Pee Wee
Christy
Herman.
Swanson. It was just like it was real, Luke Perry, and it was hokey. And I'm like, I don't know. And he goes, no, dude, you got to watch it. It's like completely different. And I'm like, all right, Christopher Nolan, I'm going to watch this show, but if it's not good, I'm coming after your ass. But it was an amazing show. I loved it. Yeah, it was just.
Speaking of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, one of the actors, Charisma Carpenter, will be at Terrificon on August 7th to the 9th. She was also in the Expendables movies as well. I think she played Jason Statham's girlfriend.
They did.
I'm going to talk to her because
a better audible for you to listen to, Mitch, is called Slayers, and it's an alternate universe where Charisma Carpenter is the Slayer, and it has Spike in it and several other. I believe Amber Benson is also in it, and it's good. It's good, and they're I think they're grooming a new Slayer. I hope that Buffy reboot is still happening.
I think it is.
I think it is with Sarah Michelle Gellar in it and producing. Yeah,
and the kid from the Skeleton Crew, I believe, is the Slayer. I think that I could be wrong, but I thought that girl was the girl that was the lead girl in Skeleton Crew. I thought she I could be wrong though.
Didn't Amber Benson write a whole bunch of novels and stuff like that too?
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
And actually, I think she might have written the Slayers thing that I'm talking about. She's friends with Pat Brower from Challengers Comics, and literally, really, like a group of us all got to hang out with her one night. She could not have been nicer. She was very down to earth, very cool. It was very fun meeting.
I'll tell you the story about Charisma Carpenter one time when I met her.
Boy, I'd like to.
Good.
What? I'll have to tell the security in the green room to keep you away from her.
Yeah, you might have to, son. I'll be honest.
Speaking of which, let's see who else is coming to the Mighty Terrificon this week as we do shameless plugs. I announced this week Mark Waid will be there, writer of Kingdom Come, which I alluded to earlier.
My good
David
friend.
Finch.
Franco's good friend. David Finch coming. Fantastic.
Finch is coming back after a long Dan Slott is back.
My good
after
friend.
not being here in like 8 years or so like that. And of course, we have Jim Lee, Chris Claremont, Jim Lee's inker, Scotty Williams, who's real popular.
Nice. I like Scott Williams. All right.
Yeah. Jeff Loeb, who wrote the
My
Hush
good friend.
stories, is coming.
Yes.
Yeah, he'll be there too. And a lot more. And then, of course, the cast of the Teenage Turtles, which I mentioned, Barry Gordon and what's that?
Rob Paulson coming back.
Rob Paulson.
Rob,
yes.
pardon me.
Who's in a lot of stuff too. And
Rob, great guy.
Leah Thompson will be at the show.
My goodness.
From Back to the Future and
Back to the
Howard
Future.
the Duck and a bunch of other stuff.
Absolutely. And
a lot
again,
more. And more stars than there are in the heavens will be headed to Terrificon in Connecticut. There's a lot of cons out there, but go to the one that's terrific. Ding.
If we're promoting, I want to promote my new book. It's coming out on Tuesday. Ninja Kaiju from Scoop McMahon and myself coming out this Tuesday in bookstores. I believe comic shops next week.
I assume we're talking this week about Ninja Kaiju.
Yes, let's do it. Absolutely.
All right, good deal. Please.
And Wayne will be appearing at the Tim Hortons over in Toronto next week. Come on by, pick up a glazed donut, and tell him that Mitchie sent you.
Tell him Wayne wants to have extra sprinkles on your cruller.
And Johnny has printed adaptions of some of his greatest interviews on the Word Balloon, right?
That's true. If you go to patreon.com and you give me $3 a month, you will get e-magazines of some of my better interviews and more coming. Mark Miller in the works. A transcription from an interview I did last year.
Miller or Millar?
I was saying Millar, but he says Miller.
Well, yes, Mark says Miller. He said that it was a mispronunciation by North Americans, and he's like, it sounds very classy, but it's Miller. It's just Miller. And I'm like, all right, I'll go with Mark's pronunciation. I love Mark.
I just saw he's writing some new thing tonight, like a reboot of some famous.
Yeah, I can't remember now either, but yeah, I do remember they announced. What's that?
Was it a comic or a cartoon or something like that?
I don't remember, but maybe someone in the chat does.
Yeah, I saw it before we came on. I said Mark Millar to relaunch this. I'm like, oh, that'll be cool.
I think it's a Marvel thing. I'm pretty sure it's a Marvel comic thing. But I'm for it regardless. There you go. Hey, Mitch, according to Stanley,
what?
Read it.
Make John host every panel Terrificon. Well, that would be something, Stanley, because there's only like 20 different panels and there's only one John.
And John, and still John does like 7 or 8
you
panels.
do. I know. I think he did 9 last year.
Yeah, the best was 2 years ago. I did do like 10. And honestly, I felt like a pitcher pitching a complete game.
I know. I was after a while. I was like, he's gonna lose his voice or whatever.
No. Dude, come on. 4 hours of radio a day, 5 days a week for 20 years.
I'll tell you, the best one is, if anybody gets a chance, I think it's on Carrie's. Where's Carrie? Her name's it there?
Right there.
Splash Pages. Yeah, there she is. I think. He's doing Star Wars meets the Avengers. That's what Mark Millar's.
Yeah, Miller's doing that.
That'll be interesting. But no, the Howard Chaykin panel, I believe that's videotaped and up on their page.
Yeah.
But the one where the guy comes in the back of the room and interrupts the panel, and then he starts talking on his phone, and Chaykin starts going off on the guy. Oh, it's classic. It's
when
classic.
Dean Haspiel and I were on Carrie's podcast, Splash Pages. Yeah. And we had to bring that up, and we couldn't stop laughing because Dean was in the front row, and it was, again, God bless the guy. He's in a rascal. Yeah, I'm sure he's got physical challenges.
Yeah,
but that doesn't give you the license to be as disruptive. I mean, he burst through the doors with his rascal, but he had a minder with him. So otherwise she couldn't open the door, so he could just quietly go in. And then so that was a disruption, and Howard looks up, and then Howard sends something else, and all of a sudden his cell phone goes off, and it's not even a normal cell phone ring. It sounded like an 8-bit video game. And it's like, really? You're gonna keep doing this?
I thought
what's your problem, pal? I got a call.
I thought his words were, again with this fucking guy. I thought that's what
he did say that. It's on the audio and video. Yes, and Carrie remembers it well as well. So
you got to watch those hot mics on shows, especially at the conventions, because
especially
they can get you in trouble. Yeah, I've said some shit.
It's always a party at a Terrificon panel, and I love when I'm sitting in the middle of it, and I look back again, Star Trek related, when it was Celia Rose Gooding and Ethan Peck and I, and they were very tolerant of my Strange New Worlds questions, but I behaved, Mitch. I did behave.
No, I was thinking about Deep Space Nine. I went back and watched the last episode, and I forgot that Garrick gets to go back to Cardassia, and it's all blown to shit because the Dominion or the Jem'Hadar. So they started leveling the city. Yes. And everybody's dead. And he goes, and he tells Dr. Bashir, he goes, I finally got and he does. Andrew Robinson has such great delivery. And because it's ironic and the way he's talking, he's like, but I got what I wanted. I got to come home, and it's in ruins, and everybody I know is dead. And this is and that's it. You never see his character again. He just kind of walks off.
He wrote A Stitch in Time, which is a sequel to the final episode. By the way, this week was his birthday, and I believe he's 84.
He's up there,
he's definitely up there. But no, happy birthday to the great Andrew Robinson, from the Scorpio Killer to Garrett to beyond. No, he's the
Hellraiser too.
Hellraizer movies,
yeah. He even played Kennedy in a
the 12 Days of October.
No, it was no. That was different. That was William Devane back in the day. On a Twilight Zone episode, he played Kennedy in the 80s Twilight Zone. I agree with B things. He says A Stitch in Time is good. He's been listening to the audiobook, and it feels like Eric is just talking to you. Also, I think it was Bashir, Alexander Siddig, that during COVID created this kind of audio, like it was a Zoom performance, and it was a really great story. And he got Garrick back. He got Armin Shimmerman to do Quark. Jake, Sirach Lofton did Jake, and Nana Visitor did Kira. Yeah. And it was just this really fun kind of fanfic Deep Space Nine story, but it's all of them, so you buy it.
That's cool.
It was good. It was two people. It was always just two people on screen, but it was for being a Zoom performance, like table read. It was fun. It was really fun. And I
was going to say, you should really check out John Frakes' podcast video thing, whatever the hell it's called, with Brent
Name-
Spiner, and they
Yeah.
had the writer of Nemesis this week, and
Yeah,
some other-
John
Towers? John
what's
Tower? Is it John Tower?
not Tower.
But he
Can't
also
remember.
wrote Skyfall. He was talking about
Gladiator.
his, yeah,
He wrote
yeah,
Gladiator as well. Yeah, he wrote a
Yeah.
lot of big movies. But while we can't think of his last name, someone in the chat will remember.
yeah.
It's called Name Dropping with Brent and Johnny.
Yeah.
That's the name of it, Name Dropping. And yeah,
but he said the weird thing that I was telling you guys before. He said that in his opinion, and he wrote the damn story. He said he never thought Data died at the end of Nemesis, but I'm like, we saw him die and he became B4, but then he got downloaded, and I'm like, whatever.
There's an out. Well, it's it's just like Star Trek 2 with Spock dying. They gave themselves an out. Yes, thank you, B Things. John Logan, indeed.
Well, no. How about when Data dies in the season 1 of Picard? Remember that bullshit? They bring him back for the third season.
And then they bring him back in the third season. It's like, stop killing Data, please. My God.
Yeah. John Logan. Yeah, that's the fellow's name. Yeah.
That's right. But yeah, again, I forget what I was watching. I think I fell asleep and YouTube went to this one review of season 2 of Picard again. Whew.
What a piece of crap. That was during COVID, remember? They had to like film in LA.
I know.
All I remember is that lame scene where they're walking out of the auditorium and Data, as the great-grandkid of Noonien Singh or whatever the fuck it was, he gets in a car and he runs her down like a scene from like Dynasty or Dallas. I'm like, did I just watch this? Did I just see Data behind the wheel? Not Data, but the guy behind the wheel and run over. Who did he run over? 7 of 9 or Picard? Or he hit somebody? Picard. It was so stupid. It looked like a freaking soap opera. I'm like, this is dumb, man.
Yeah, again, the whole show was dumb. Good Lord. Come on, Agnes singing.
Oh, remember they were on the bus with the illegal immigrants trying to get back to Mexico?
They were 5 years
Balls was on it. Yeah.
5 years too early with the ice storyline.
And then they killed off E-Chip and all this stuff. They ruined so many like good characters. Why? We'll never know, but they did.
Oh, I know. The problem was the actor that played E-Chip said some things that I guess you would say. I don't remember specifics, so sorry, everybody. But he got canceled for it. So
that's why they killed his character off?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Instead of just recasting an actor.
Just get another guy. I didn't know that.
No, they closed the door. And it's so sad, Mitch, because I literally was watching. Well, and I meant to mention this, guys, before. I'm sorry. And Franco, I'm so sorry that we're keeping the eye.
He's not listening.
Okay,
Yeah,
exactly.
I stopped listening a while ago.
No, but you might be interested in this. Regarding Sam's race,
yeah,
I went back and watched. It wasn't a 2-parter, but there was a 2-hour Voyager where the hunting aliens, and I'm forgetting their name right now. Oh, I'm so glad I remembered this. Thanks. Stanley says he loves when I rant about Trek. Well, anyway, this is good though. Honestly, I swear. They were the race that were hunters, and they had the big 2-parter where they took over Voyager and they took over the holodecks, and there was the World War II section, and then there was a section that was Klingons, and Neelix thought he was Klingon. And it was all different levels of the ship. But anyway, to get them off their backs, Janeway gives them holodeck technology to stop hunting physical aliens and hunting these holodecks. But it backfires, and the holodecks get smarter and end up killing this race, the Herodian. Thank you, B Things. Yes, that's
the Herodian. Yeah, I remember that.
They put the war paint on and everything.
Yeah.
They were They were one of the cooler aliens. I got to hand it to Voyager. They came up with a lot of cool aliens that, again, I would love to see New Trek kind of go back and see where these people are. But regardless, and I think they were on that list of Sam's different alien worlds in last week's episode. But so they become sentient and they start killing the Herodian in the holodecks, and they take the safeties off so they can kill humanoids. And they convince the Doctor to come with them because they're going to go to a new planet and start this new society. And the Doctor has kind of a crisis of conscience because he asks Janeway to help them get to their planet. And she's like, I can't interfere, Prime Directive. And it's really, really good. It's really good. And I wondered if the survivors of that episode created Sam's race, because they are sentient. Yeah, but again, there's a possibility.
Really?
Why are you giving me a look, Franco?
Because
there's a lifeline to make
They ain't
new
gonna tie that in.
good, and you're
no. No. That's not what I'm smirking about. I'm smirking about them being the race that is Sam now. All of the complaining that you do about everything and these guys not do. I highly doubt that they went back and saw this.
I'm sure.
Like, yeah, okay.
But I just wanted.
That's why I'm making the face.
And I respect that, but I just honestly, I'm like, okay, how did Berman era Trek handle the same idea? So thank God my synapse actually made me remember that. I never take notes because as you see, I'm in the dark, so I couldn't read my notes anyway if I took them and everything. But here, more comments. Pete Beiser.
Oh my God.
Good to see you, Pete. I'm always glad that you guys all make up by the end of these.
Oh no, we don't.
Even though you're watching. No, I hate these guys. I'm sorry.
This thing ends, man. The cursing starts.
Guys, I swear to God, I am glad we disagree, and I really think we don't have the biggest audience. There are a lot of hater channels that have much bigger audiences when they crap on Star Trek, and also positive ones when they praise this garbage. And that's fine. But I really think we're a good balanced show where you got somebody like me, Franco occasionally agrees, you guys occasionally agree, but otherwise you're like, well, I like it. And then
there's Wayne.
And that's right. And then there's Maud and Right On Maud, our Canadian Maud himself.
Well, I think that's fine. We're just speaking true to how we feel about it.
Of course.
We're not going to sugarcoat it. And nobody's paying me. I'm not getting Star Trek packages in the mail. I'm no influencer.
Only from Wayne.
Yeah. I'm not an influencer.
He gave us a communicator, he gave us hats. He gave me the original Gorn autograph.
We have a communicator here.
Exactly,
somewhere.
Man.
Yeah.
So,
I got this hat at the Ticonderoga Star Trek.
How cool, Franco! You ever talked about that on the show? How cool was that thing?
Yeah, well, it's in the middle of nowhere. It's in the middle of nowhere, and it's a replica of the thing. It's an old converted it's a converted grocery store or something like that. So it's kind of cool because we were there. Would I have gone way out of my way to go see it? Well, probably not. But
it was during the COVID, wasn't it? I remember there was nothing to do, and you were like, "Oh, I'm going to go to this Star Trek thing." I'm like, "All right."
Was it during COVID?
It was right after that.
Yeah,
right
it was around that
5 years ago. Yeah,
it's James Cawley who started that fan Star Trek New Voyages. Not to be confused with Vic Morangas or whatever his name is.
Vic Mignogni.
Yeah, Mignogni. But yeah, he had a different fan series. But they're great. Or then they're I shouldn't. Well, I think they're very interesting. I think they're well written. It's like watching a good college theater production of a play, and that I swear that it's not meant to condescend. I really believe that it's good. It's just they're amateur actors, but I think it's fun. I think
is that the thing called the Arachner or something? Something with an A? Is that this show?
No,
that's Axanar.
Yeah, that's
Axanar. That's the one.
No, that's different. Which I do think Prelude to Axanar is a great 20-minute fan film. I don't think they've released anything, and we've literally been waiting for 10 years. For them to continue, and they made a lot of money on their Kickstarter, and they got sued by Paramount, and that's why we have the new fan film rules for Star Trek, which suck. That's funny. Matthew says instead of Star Trek gift bags, Franco was forced to watch The Love Boat. Not forced.
Not forced.
Not forced.
And it's coming up soon. We have episodes.
We have there's a couple. The first pilots I have put on the Word Balloon feed, and I'm going to release more episodes, and we will start running it. Franco and I have pre-recorded the first 5 episodes of the regular first season, and all I know is, and I agree with Franco, we finished, and we're like, that was so much fun because it is a silly, ridiculous show. But it is so fun because it's so silly and ridiculous.
Made Saturday night worth staying home.
And we talk about that.
Because we were losers and we weren't going out. I was watching that shit in high school. Exactly. Then you watch Fantasy Island.
Yeah.
Well, let's put this in perspective and truth, Mitch. You were watching it on Saturday night. Other people were going out.
No, they weren't.
If I didn't, when I didn't have a car, I was watching that crap.
I was 13 years old. I wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, man. No, we couldn't drive.
And then I was watching the local PBS channel. They'd have all the Doctor Who's. They would, on Saturday night, during the week, they'd show the episodes. But on Saturday, they would put the whole 5 or 6
like
parts.
Yes.
Like a movie, and you'd watch the whole thing, for 3 or 4 hours.
We had it Sunday nights on Channel 11, our public television station, and they would do Python, and then either the Two Ronnies or that great Irish monologue guy, Dave Allen at Large, who I adore.
Oh, I remember Dave Allen.
Funny as hell. The guy would just sit there with his highball, and the poor guy had a finger missing like Scotty. And
he did.
There were 2 Irishmen who walk into a bar. And it's like, all right, you got my attention. What happened?
Did you guys ever get the goodies?
Yeah, but earlier, only for a while. It's funny.
Is.
Paul Cornell and I bond over the good. Oh, you know the goodies, John. Yes, I love the goodies too.
We used to get like Faulty Towers. Remember Faulty Towers?
That was on too.
Blake 7.
It would end the night with a Doctor Who TV movie.
Yeah. 11 o'clock at night, there'd be a Doctor Who.
Exactly.
And then Faulty Tower. And we'd get Red Dwarf now and then, and Hitchhiker's Guide.
Never got them all. We did get Hitchhikers, never got Red Dwarf. Which is too bad because I like Red Dwarf. I think it's funny.
They ran them all the way up to the Colin Baker ones. I remember that's when they stopped. Same
here, man. I think
generated to Colin Baker, and then we never saw any of them.
Yeah, maybe that's kind of when PBS in general, but I know that they would independently make deals as well, a lot of stations. But no, we didn't get the Sylvester McCoy stuff either.
No, never did. Nicola Bryant, I used to want to watch her. Oof, Nicola Bryant.
Let me tell you. She did one of those Star Trek fan films with Colin Baker and the Sixth Doctor, and they both were great. Wait
a minute. Star Trek? She did a Star Trek
film? Well, fan films. Yeah, the Vic Bamarama show. Yeah, they did, and it was a clever. Again, both the Collie shows and Vic Bamarama shows. The sets look amazing. They shoot it with a filter that kind of makes it look like 60s color television. The costumes are perfect. And your guy who was at Terrificon a couple of years ago, Todd Haberkorn, is a very credible Mr. Spock. Vic Bamarama is a credible Kirk. James Cawley is a credible Kirk. Sulu did one of the Cawley episodes. Chekhov did one of the Cawley episodes. They're fun. They're good fan films. And again, if you miss TOS, I think these things are worth watching, and you'll be satisfied. I really do. So there.
You heard it here first.
It's all true. Yeah. All right. We can wrap. God, we've gone 2 hours, boys. I'm sorry. Keep Franco awake.
Oh, yes.
It's an hour and 37 minutes too long, in my opinion. But
I know. Sorry.
Someone mentions the Jeremy Brett Sherlock. I used to watch those too. Jeremy Brett Sherlock Holmes. He died young.
He was the best Sherlock.
He was good. Yeah.
He is the great Sherlock. Another Trek connection. Michael Jan Friedman and I forget the guy's name, and I'm so sorry. I just met him, but they just co-wrote for a Kickstarter a new Sherlock Holmes adventure.
Is it Steve's? That guy?
British guy, Christopher.
Who's the husband and wife couple that used to write a lot of Trek?
Judith and Gar Reeves Stevens.
That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah.
No. This is Mike Friedman and Christopher, I can't remember his name, who's written a ton of were they Watson? Yeah, Watson books.
Wow.
And now they're collaborating on a new Sherlock book. But yeah, we were all just glowing over Jeremy Brett and how great he was.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. Because you could tell in that final season he was getting sick.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. And then I even had Riley, Ace of Spies on. I used to watch that with Sam Neill. Yes. Riley's People.
Great
coming on with Alec Guinness. That's where I would watch all those what was the guy's name that wrote those Tinker Tailor Soldier Spies? James Cavell?
No, John Le Carré.
John Le Carré.
John Le Carré. That's it. John Le Carré. James Cavell. That was Shogun and all that other stuff.
We do a show every week, Stanley. Pretty much. And hey, during the downtime before Strange New Worlds, if Franco wants to get into Babylon 5, I'm for it.
I'll watch Babylon 5 again. I haven't seen it.
I'd watch that again.
And we've got, guys, as you know, before Academy ends, Born Again is coming back. For All Mankind is coming back.
Oh, Daredevil, yeah.
Yeah, Daredevil, season 2. But yeah, all that. That's the thing. It's like, no, there's going to be nerd TV to talk about. What's that?
I would suggest Babylon 5 over those.
Well, I'm saying along with them.
Give it a fresh take.
No, I'm for it.
Franco
Again,
watch it.
but I do think
Franco watch it.
I do think the first season is clunky
Yeah.
because of Michael O'Hare. I absolutely respect and agree with a lot of what you said, Wayne, about Michael O'Hare's performance. And it is necessary because you get obviously elements of the big story in that first season, regardless.
It really lays down everything that the subsequent seasons.
Yeah.
Sets it up. Yeah.
It's the foundation.
Yeah. It's
the first season's the foundation to bring in the Shadow War, to bring in the conflict with Earth.
Everything.
And, that's right. They had the big war, the Mars colony revolution. Oh, I forgot that.
Yes,
Garibaldi. That was a good
Garibaldi goes back to Mars. There's
yeah.
And the Doctor story, the new Doctor they bring in for season
Franklin.
2.
Yeah, Franklin.
Like his descent into
addiction.
Yeah.
And it's just
it's a great cast. It's tragic that literally most of them are gone.
Yeah.
But everybody. Jerry Doyle was great as Garibaldi.
Mr. Garibaldi.
Richard Biggs as Stephen Franklin.
If you guys keep talking about it, we don't have to watch it because I'm going to find out everything.
No, when Londo goes every time, Mr. Garibaldi.
Yeah.
I need some help. When the Mandari, when we were so great, we had ships that flooded the universe.
I could have sworn I thought Peter Jurassic was
He's
dead.
not dead.
Oh my God, he was
He was also the one-armed man in The Fugitive.
No, that's different. He's dead. That's Andreas.
The Greek guy.
Yes, Andreas Katsoulis is dead.
He's the lizard.
Jakar.
Right. He's Jakar. And he was as you said, the one arm. And he was
Jakar's arc is amazing.
Star Trek Katsoulis. He's Tomalak.
Oh yeah, he's Tomalak. Yeah, on the very last episode. Are we going to look at each other all day?
Picard? Quite a lot of early TNG.
No, he was the guy.
Yeah, but when you go through Jakar's character arc through the seasons, from being an oppressed individual, like in Deep Space Nine with the Bajorans, to like a religious figure, and the interaction between him and Londo.
Yeah, Londo, that's it. Yeah.
Now Franco does not need to watch this show.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Way to go.
Is it better than Battlestar Galactica? Stanley wants to know. I don't know. I never watched Battlestar Galactica.
I think, thankfully, I don't have to choose because they're both great. I think.
Battlestar Galactica, the remake was amazing.
Yeah, I think Galactica tried to be more realistic in general. There's that great, as Wayne I'm sure remembers, and maybe Mitch, that great interrogation episode of Sheridan's, where it's just him and the interrogator, and it's literally one of the best hours of television I've ever seen. It is, and you could almost watch that without any of the other stuff and just treat it like a guy that's being tortured in prison and is being messed with in the same way as There Are Four Lights.
There Are Four Lights.
Exactly. But that said, I do appreciate both shows. I would say Babylon 5 is more space opera, although but again, Galactica was space opera in a realistic way.
The only thing I think going against Battlestar is they were the first ones to really start using CGI effects, and they might be really dated unless they went back and redid them all, which I don't think
they did.
About the reboot.
Did they do it? I'm sorry. I was talking about Babylon 5 for a second. I was like,
oh, excuse me. No. And you're right. No, it does look early.
It was weird though because you said it. They showed them. HBO, when it became HBO Max a couple years ago, they had them on, and I went to go watch them, and it was the square format. It wasn't, letterbox. I mean, it was so bad effects-wise. I was like, oh, I can't watch this again.
They did remaster the whole series has been remastered for the effects, but still, you're still remastering.
Early
it's infancy. It was the computer CGI was at its infancy at that time. So you're not going to get Avenger level CGI.
No. But I mean, compared to the models they were using on DS9, that was much better effects on TV.
Well, yeah, but it's like Last Starfighter is like that too with their
yeah. That was all computer.
He thinks answer Stanley and says, I'd say Babylon 5 has more tonal variation than the new Battlestar,
Mhm.
but they're both two different things, or they both do different things. Yeah. Wait, I would say both are worth watching.
I'd say Galactica is like Run Silent, Red Deep, or Das Boot.
Sure,
submarine.
Sure,
Yeah.
but again, more realistic. Well, again,
More realistic.
The best thing about the miniseries with Galactica, I like saying that, is when Mary McDonald is like, we're at extinction level. Maybe we need to start having more babies. Which, by the way, if I didn't make the point, I think I did last week regarding 2 episodes ago with the Klingons. If anything, there should be one guy and 2 mothers, because if they're at extinction level, they got to repopulate the species. So that's another reason why, in my opinion, 2 fathers do not make sense. But that's me. What do I know? Silence.
What do you know?
I know, Dick.
I know it's time to go. That's what I know.
I know it's like 11 o'clock.
All right, we're done. We can be done.
11:11.
The kitties are sleeping all alone in the moonlight.
Do it, Wayne. Do it.
Wayne will be in.
Oh no, that's the old years.
He will be in
old
the
years when I was in the choir.
Wayne will be with Murph and the Magic Tones this weekend at the Cabana Lounge.
I love the Magic Tones.
The Murph and the Magic Tones.
Sure. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching.
Bob's
we'll talk
Country
next
Bunker. We'll be at Bob's Country Bunker this week.
Episode 7 next week, along with a lot more talk. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Good night, everybody.